What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I don't know, it's your boy King again. They chat the damn thing again. And people, what a big day it was, or it is today, because it's still today, people. Today, the big bombshell squad drop. And my day have to talk to you about some things I think you would have missed with the squad, because the squad drop and everybody have them opinion. Everybody have them opinion. A lot of things happen. My name not stop call. It's like my ears are ring. To be honest, it's like my ears are ring the way my name not stop call today. And we have to say, yo, it is what it is, people. So yeah, squad, and today the video is titled, as you can see, the in truth about Reggae Boyz final World Cup squad. And there are some in truths where I think a lot of people I would say, this fly over a lot of people head in terms of what really go on today. Is never go now. Not going to full breakdown of what really go on today, what really go on at the squad. A lot of people are asked about the press conference. I don't think I'm going to play over the press conference in its fullness. I don't know if I really want to do that because it's kind of low. Even though I have it played still, but yeah. But people more want to tell me something. I have my producer, Black Stage. I don't know, Fire is here, Black Stage. When they tell me if you can hear Fire. Fire. Like we can't hear Fire, you know, like Fire.
King.
Like Fire under in bed, you know. We can't hear Fire, people. Like we can't hear Fire. So guess what? We have to go. Fire, go and sort out that. Fire have to go and sort out that in a Black Stage, you see me? But yeah, people, there's a lot of things to talk. To get me, I say a whole lot of things to talk about. Whole lot of people scared. Say we're not got a World Cup because I guess some of the favorites them not in the squad. A lot of people say, yo, the squad is unbalanced because um 5 midfielders were listed in the squad. You get me, I say? So, and again, in true JFF fashion, 5 midfielders was indeed listed in the squad. You can't go on that. A 5 midfield. Yeah, people. 5 midfielders were actually listed in the squad. So here's the thing, people, and here's the difference between me. Here's the difference between me and most other people. So for me, I started YouTube, and I think I gave myself um the option to have a voice, right? And if you know me, you know some I believe in a word, sound, and power, right? So certain things we put out in our universe for try and see if we can get certain things done. And as you can see, it's November, and a whole lot of our favorites not in the final squad for the final World Cup qualifying games. And am I pleased? No. Am I upset? No. Channel now show when to go live, Gio. I don't know why. I need to look into that as well. I need to look into that, Gio. But yeah. So yeah, I'm not pleased. No. Do I understand the selection? Yes. And me go really there for try break it down to no. And as probably one of the YouTubers them way, I think I do a live tonight. I don't know who else was at the press conference that is actually doing a live tonight, but me know say me definitely one of them were there at the press conference. And again, as usual, me get beaten for the question that I was asked. I didn't ask the hard hitting question. To be honest, I didn't ask a question about the squad, and not that I need to explain, but the reality is that I had some issues where it relates to actually knowing what the squad was. Yes, Simon listed out the squad while I was there, but in all honesty, people, as well, somebody tell me, say, I'm to have grace, for take it easy myself or give myself some grace, because if you know me, people, BallPreetV, yes, we are create a team, but especially the producer, where did it most times most of the producers are overseas. So when me go on press conference, I have to be the cameraman, I have to be the reporter, I have to be the engineer, I have to be the everything, which means to them other people I try set up the live stream so we could even have a live stream for Earwag. Because we all see what happened with the JFF Live, which say they had a bit of technical difficulties, and I was there to make sure be able to get somewhat live. You get me? I say again, people understand say the production need to increase, and I'm working on the production, really working on the production. I need to get a different mic again. I buy some mic, the mic them not work. I buy some mic, the mic them not work. I need to buy some different mic. You see me, because the mic them was very low. Me have a camera, me I work on getting that sorted out. Me actually I work on a different setup. There's a whole lot of things where I work on production wise to bring to the ones them better quality product. You see me? But yeah, so the press conference today. At the press conference, me the day I do a bag of things, and in doing a bag of things, I was not 100% able to listen exactly all the players that were in the squad. So for me to ask a squad related question, it was challenging because one of the things is that I was trying to find a squad. Usually the squad, me I try to find it in a media group that wasn't posted. Me I try to find the squad on the JFF Live actually. Funny enough, when my daddy people, me I tell them story time. My daddy had a press conference today. As I say, me a engineer, me a cameraman, me a reporter, me a everything. My daddy and me on the laptop, boom, and I go so and me I look for the squad because again, I click over JFF Live, I try to find the squad. You see me? By the time I click over JFF Live, I try to find the squad to see if them post a squad on JFF Live. All I see is me see people that type no audio. And then next thing I know is that the stream cut and it's a video has ended. So I say, right, where me I get the squad from? Because me daddy I do. When me I do, I try make sure say only can hear on my live stream. So by the time I go so boom people and start really pay the press conference of mine, the first question they don't ask already. I make a run the question. Make a run it people because you know I need to hear this. So the first question they don't ask already people. You see me? I say right. You know say I go so boom. And when the first question asks, it's like everybody freeze. So it's like the next somebody for ask a question, I'm gonna say nobody has step up for ask a question. So I say, what I go on right so? You see me, I look around, nobody not ready for ask the question. So me the other open general question I'm ask. And again, it's an open general question because again, it's kind of difficult for pre-plan, but it's not difficult. Again, so I end up learn, but it's not so easy for just say, you know what, me go write down them question for them baller when you don't know which baller actually they in a squad. You see me? So that was my challenge today. I wanted to see the squad so I can determine which players me could have asked about. But again, Simon listed the squad, and when Simon listed the squad, people, me never hear a thing. When I say me never hear a thing, me never hear one thing because I'm busy. I try produce the stream phone. Again, people, me I work on a team. I don't know the team I get put together. But yeah, that's no excuse. You get me? I say today I don't think it was a L on my part, more like lessons learned. You see me? And again, we learn from that. You see me? But yeah, so producing the stream phone today, as me say, I miss most of the hold on, let me see if this can come. So the file doesn't have a track. Yeah, so I miss most of the squad. So when I say I'm for ask a question about the squad, I could really formulate a question about the squad because as you can see, I was the second person who asked about the squad. And again, I was the second person who asked I was the second person that did ask a question. And I could ask a question about the squad because again I missed the majority of what Simon was saying about the squad. Is by trying to produce. Anyways, I go up there to ask the question, people. And again, if you know me, you know, say, me I work on a public speaking thing, and one. And two, the question, how many do want the question be asked, to be honest, it's about if them are come under added pressure, if the coaching staff and the team are come under added pressure, no, knowing that, yo, Jamaica want to World Cup for the sake of fans, yes. But in terms of going to the World Cup for help boosts the morale, of the country in a time like this, for help lift back the country again. So that me did I say, you know, but guess what? The word pressure, me I try, it's like the word pressure, it eluded me. The word pressure eluded me in the moment. So it kind of threw me off, and it kind of threw me off from even asking a second question, because me like getting thrown off this of people, it really just threw me off. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm not ask a second question, because you know, so the first question they get you off. And again, I could ask a second question about the squad, because guess what again? I didn't receive the actual squad. Me that look for the visuals, I couldn't get visuals, people. So I'll get that out of the way. That out a little bit of house cleaning, because I know a lot of people will say BallPreetV. I know so on the ear will go on in and around the space, and I know that when I say, yo, King, what go on? Is me so really and truly wait to nobody, wait to uno understand what really go on. Even though my process, and as I say, people, I take that as a L. But people want to join in, just smash the like button. I'm being told that the notification is not being sent out. I don't know what YouTube are going with. I don't know if YouTube are trying to sabotage the thing. YouTube, where you going with YouTube? No, what you doing on YouTube? You see me? So yeah. But while I'm jumping, people, smash the like button and share the video, because there's a few things that I think majority of people miss, and I think there's a few things that has like I said, fly over a lot of people head. A lot of people are complaining about the squad, and as it relates to even the midfield. But again, for me, as I say, people, I understand a few things what I think is hidden in the actual squad, a few things where me identify, and I'm gonna bring it forward too, no? And we're gonna have a discussion about it again. If you agree or disagree, you can always leave your comment down in the comment section and chat. The chat big up on yourself for there for all a reasoning. You see me, big up Sunday afternoon. Drizzle there from morning. Say boy BallPreetV me wait. Cause what? Drizzle Sunday afternoon drizzle. Conrad Smith say one eye man. Jason say no World Cup, we not go. We lose Trinidad and Kingston. Jason, we can eat some jelly. You see me, one Ravel Conrad Smith say, I don't know why, but your channel does not show when you're live. I don't know why, Giovanni, bro. I need to fix that. My Trinidadness guys like that. Ravel and Leon not in the team. Conrad Smith are fret people. Big up BallPreetV, we are not all happy. But at this point, we all have to believe and support our team, Melsha Walker said. That is the spirit. Hans said Bailey keeps getting injured when it's time to play for Jamaica. What kind of conspiracy that? And Tuffy with the big up yourself. Giovanni, big up yourself. Couple defenders, a midfield cover. You see what I go on Sunday afternoon dribble. Forward, a midfielder cover too. All right. So we're gonna jump right into it. People, may I try play this press conference. I don't know why not play. Come like me, I have to go try get it a different way, because I need to play. I need to play it, and I need to play it in a way with that it's loud so I can hear it. How else we can do this, people? Hold on, let me try play it. But yeah, in the meantime, in between times, let's go through the squad on the screen. So again, people, the squad, I don't know were there any surprise inclusion. In my opinion, I don't think there were any surprise inclusion. Final squad. I don't think there was any surprise inclusion. Yes, there were a few surprise exclusions. I guess I saw a few surprise baller where we expect for them when I did it. You see me? Likely the names were I run off of everybody's lips, including mine. the one himself, Trevante Stewart. So Trevante Stewart is done by Trevante Stewart is the player that should be feeling most hard done by this squad, because the truth is he's the player. And me I tell you people, while we were there at the press conference, me I tell you, like nightfall a day, guess who scored a brace? While we were there, Trevante was busy scoring a brace. And in my opinion, I'm going to keep on saying this. Trevante Stewart have to just continue doing what he's doing. He must go beyond and above. People, you have some people in a life, you know. You have some people in a life where have to do things twice and 3 times as hard as the other person. For whatever reason in a life, I just saw it said. So in my opinion, me I tell you this, Trevante Stewart here, it's hard done, tough luck. And I guess the coach really tried to explain theme, rational, whatever rational it is. And again, me hear a lot of narratives around. Me hear say, well, I guess it's Trevante Stewart, so the narrative about local versus domestic, that one they never run. But the narrative about him being sold overseas already and people can't make money off him again, me hear the narrative there is well and alive. So the Warner Brown get included and Warner Brown now score and win farm. And again, for those who have been saying that, there's a lot of weight to the reasoning there, because in truth and in fairness, I was very surprised people yesterday we do the squad prediction, 2 back-to-back days me had the squad prediction, and at no time me include Warner Brown, because me I say Warner Brown just a forward from injury. Warner Brown hasn't been playing that much, because the truth is, yeah, he started the season at his new club. He then went on, got injured, and when him get injured, he missed a few games, right? So, with that said, he missing a few games. We see where me never have him in the squad. Honestly, I never have Warner Brown in a no squad. Me never think about Warner Brown. Honest to God. Me never even have Warner Brown as an option. But, again, a lot of people have said to me today, say, yo, King, the questions them that you ask, or the question that you ask, was soft. Again, I went and I explained to everybody what they there from the beginning how the question came about. As I said, if I had this image on screen, I could have probably formulated a different question. Again, I'm busy, I try to produce a show phone, I try to produce a live stream phone, and I never see it. Again, also, I should have really made up a few questions just in case the eventualities happen, which it did, which was something like, why is Tyrese Campbell not in the squad? But again, here's the other thing about me, people, which is me. I have to realize something. Today, I call Ryan. I call Ryan Elite Sports. Pick up Elite Sports again. And me and him had a very long chat about the whole thing. You see me? Because Ryan linked me and said, yo, King, how come they make your name get called up all over the space? You see me? And the truth is, me have to own that. You see me have to own that, because again, I could have done a lot of better. So every opportunity for me is a L, which is a learning. My L them are lessons in the people. My L them are lessons. My L them are never lose. So, and me have to explain to Ryan and say, yo, I never have the squad. So I could formulate a question usually. Again, for me, I said to Simon today, I said, Simon, we didn't have the squad, so we found it difficult to formulate questions. And again, people, the first question that was asked, the video has slowed, Mesu sent it to the first question that was asked, right? After that first question, you're going to see a delay in the second question being asked, which is me. I'm going to ask the second question. And the delay was because everybody behind me did I try to get the squad so them can formulate them questions. And this is me, I'm going to say to Simon, and going forward, I think we should do this. Simon, the squad, you can drop the squad in the media group 5 minutes before you start the live. before you start the press conference, drop the squad at least 5 minutes in the media group so we can have the squad so we can quickly formulate some questions. There's no way you wait for the squad for announce and then Simon say, the 3 goalkeepers are Blakey, Tafari, Chambers, wait. Defenders are, and like me, where they preoccupied, I try get my stream together and I try produce my stream while I'm there. If me not listen carefully, how me I go remember everybody in the squad? So me could ask your coach, why is Tyrese Campbell not in the squad? And then you can say, no, well, Tyrese Campbell is in the squad. I mean, when I ask me question, I say, yo, Simon, can you repeat all the players in the squad for me, please? Because there's no visual there, people. There's no visual there. So if there's no visual there, there's no way on earth, again, unless me go build some question before and say, why is Trivante not there? Like me, I expect Trivante not to be there. Why is All not there? Like me, I expect All not to be there. Those are the only other ways we could have do it, people. You see me? But again, there's a lot of people that talk and you have to be there to understand what's happening. You see me? You had to be there to understand. People, you see when me don't ask my question, Unseen came over to me, touch me upon the shoulder like this and say, yo, King, you have the squad? Because he might try build theme question. Everybody literally did it, a scramble, I try build them question on spot. Because everybody I try remember who them never hearing at the squad. And most people what did it, now try be a producer for something else. I was trying to do that. So that is my reason. So I can't left that right there. So run and say anything when I can't say anything right there. So you see me? So that people. So I'm gonna move right into the squad now. We're gonna move into what the coach said because there's a lot of things that was said. And we have to really dissect it as well. For Unakia overs what was said and what Una missed. Because I see a lot of people I lose them head. People I say, yo, we not got World Cup. How comes we not got World Cup? People not even try, honestly, I'm not even try entertain the reasoning. What do you mean by we not got World Cup? If we not have no Ravel, if we not have no Trivante Stewart, we not got World Cup. See, I tell me, say, fine, the man them choose to pick one of their own. Again, me would do it. Because me have my different reasons. But again, the coach have him explanation. If you believe him or not, the good thing, somebody asked the coach the question. Somebody asked the coach about Trivante. Somebody asked the coach. You know, nobody never asked people. It come like everybody in Jamaica tired of Mason Greenwood. Nobody asks him about Mason Greenwood again. Because I guess it is what it is at this point about Mason Greenwood. But most people ask, majority of the questions them that were asked, people ask them, the new player that was added to the squad, Rico Henry, Chambers, the former Sportsmax representative, asked about 17 questions and Rico Henry alone. A reasoning about Rico Henry because and have some good solid question. Yes, even most people had a chance to ask more than one question again, as I tell you, because of the situation that reached me and me and the squad, me never have a follow. So I could even ask back a second question because again, when me ask something when I know the squad. You see me, so I have to just sit down and just know, say, all right, I saw you go. And again, people, I'm going to tell them this. Me walk, so everybody else could have run. Me today, me walk, so everybody else could have run. I ask the coach a question where, one, I don't think most people understand this. Most people just want, and again, I see this happen when Speed did up on the program. I see this happen with coaches. Yeah, you have to know how to formulate questions to get the answers. And again, it might seem stupid in terms of the question I'm asked. I mean, I know how people answer the question stupid because the truth is, me asking about Hurricane Melissa in a time like this. Why we underestimate her? I'm think that most people underestimate the effect of Hurricane Melissa on Jamaica and the moral and the mindset of Jamaica. I can't people were really still going on the ground. I can't people were actually there on the ground and Melissa Gar was still a pick up the pieces, but it still psychologically affect everybody and it can psychologically affect some of the players then because watch this. Watch this people. I'm going to show you something. Say for instance you have a few ballers right now where them have people who live in these parishes. You see me, them have people who live, it's still gonna psychologically affect them. And again, as I said, the point of the question was to say that is the players them, is the coaching staff and the player them gonna come under additional pressure, and the word pressure I could find that kind of show off everything. But was the coaching staff or is the coaching staff gonna come under severe pressure now, because this World Cup is not only going to the World Cup for the sake of going to the World Cup anymore. It's not a sporting thing anymore. You see me? It's not a sporting thing anymore. It's bigger than sporting thing. You see me? Right now, it's about, as I said, it's about bringing up the whole moral of a country. This bigger than football right now. What the youth them have to do right now in a getting to this World Cup. Them have added pressure. There's no way the youth them can look on the devastation will just reach Jamaica and not realize, say, yo, watch you know. Yeah, you think I got World Cup for got World Cup see it now? Bigger than that. And I got World Cup for football and see it. The country needs something for really catch back the morals. So that's the whole idea of that. So yeah, in the ball game now, people, because I can't Lego that. You see me, big up yourself, Jagants. Donovan Bennett, a co-worker, a best boo bad, say you ask Wasteman question in the press conference. Yeah, we see it. Warner Brown isn't a surprise. Warner Brown a surprise. Yeah, I'm a surprise. Inclusion. Yeah. Surprise. Inclusion. Yeah. Good talk, them all. Squad is a joke, said John Smith. We're gonna win both games, no joke. Easy pickings for win both games. With the squad we have. Easy pickings. I'm gonna show you how. Who you dropping for Stewart? Nicholson or Kadamachi? And that was the question. That was the question what the coach had asked. But no, it wouldn't have to be Nicholson or Kadamachi. For me, it would have been that Warner Brown spot. Them will it have been that Warner Brown spot. At this point, no hard feelings, but Dixon for Stewart in this window. Dixon and Stewart, I think, are two different positions. Should have for Stewart. Dixon, no, I think it would have to be one of the center for them. And I think it would have to be Warner Brown based on the fact that Warner Brown have less minutes in the tank, etc. And again, people, if you know me, I'm a huge Warner Brown fan. Huge Warner Brown fan. But again, me never expect that. In my opinion, if we don't qualify for the World Cup, it's because poor team selection. Again, we could have a few more wild cards. We could have a Ravel Morrison at the team. We could have a Tyrese Allen at the team. Those are two good cards. But again, when the coach was asked, well, I hear what him say. And again, if you take what him say or not, it's up to you. But those questions were asked by other members. Big up yourself, J.A. Hummingbird in the building. Big up yourself, Empress. Yardflex said the coach give a bag of excuse which no make sense. All right, Yardflex. Tyrese Campbell big up King. Don't pressure yourself, say do it. Nah, man, we not pressure ourselves. We not put pressure upon ourselves. Simon needs to make the press conference more presentable, and the audio was poor. Yeah, them never have no audio. My audio was rookie. Again, me I work on that. People I'm supposed to get in a different talkaphone, and once we get in a different talkaphone, the game might change. People we're not gonna see the increased production that come up right now, because we are work on it, and we're not stop work on it. Giovanni. Naaman Stewart said, people, you guys that everyone can include it. You guys feel that everyone can be included. Everyone wants his player to be in the squad. This is ridiculous. Please rally around the team and the coach or go sit your ASS down. Nah, man, Stewart, nah, play. JFF is holding down the players. John Smith, Sandria, Blake in the building. Donovan Bennett said, yo, yeah, man, JT go and do him thing, man. We're not even a pay JT, no, man. Big up. I said, go. When I go and work, I make the work speak for itself. Active, my bro. Big up yourself, Tycoon. Nothing wrong with the question, Tycoon is saying, you should ask the government, said Donald Johnson. So if I ask the government, say what? Ask the government if the boys, them are going to feel added pressure for lift the morals and take us to this World Cup. Ask the government that Donald Johnson. Okay, I understand. Going forward, you need to discuss these problems with Simon. He can revise how he conducts the press conference. Yeah, man, I'm saying to him today. And I'm pretty sure say Simon, he might get this. If him not watch the show, I should have even texted him, but usually I say to him today. So Simon is aware. I'm gonna tell him say that's one of the reasons why most people that scramble for ask a question. Do you say your question alright, King? It's just say people are look something to cuss about. Yeah. I just, you see me, bro, you just a trash YouTuber. Brown Bear, big up yourself. Brown Bear, Brown Bear, you see me. Stop listening to the coach because he said he does not want to involve new players and name Rico Henry. And again, the coach did explain Joan Smith why Rico Henry was added, because him basically as a Rico Henry is a EPL caliber player. So him basically I say if you're coming as a new player, you have to be a caliber of a EPL or a Champions League, or that is what he must say right now. Again, that fact might change, but that is what he must say. I don't believe in this team, say 876 Jamrock. Say the midfield is sauce. Rice J said this team was what Panama wiped their ASS with. Imagine playing big teams in a World Cup. 6 love. All right, good things that we're not playing World Cup as yet. I mean, the World Cup finals, we are playing World Cup qualifiers. So yeah, I could just go right into the squad and screen, and then we show a few things I think would have been missing. So the first thing is that the squad. Let's go and name the squad. The squad is on screen. So the squad is as follows. Let me just bring it up right here so I can see it myself. The squad is as follows. The 26-man squad that was listed by the coach. And ironically, it seems that we have a 28-man squad, because the coach did also say Leon Chippy Bailey is on standby. Casey Palmer is Casey Palmer. I see it back over. Casey Palmer, I think Casey Palmer and Leon Bailey, the coach says on standby. That is a possibility to make the second game, which is amazing in itself. So the squad that was selected is as follows. Andre Blake, Jamali with Tafari Chambers. No surprise there. Those are the 3 keepers. Where if tomorrow World Cup, I would expect those 3 keepers to be going to the World Cup. Defenders, and again, defenders are listed as Joel Atibodier, Ethan Pinnock, Richard King, Dexter Lembikisa, Greg Lay, Damian Lowe, the new addition, Rico Henry, Mason Greenwood, and we see where they included Ian Frey in the list of defenders. Now, again, people, we have seen this before. We have seen Latibodier being listed as a defender, and Latibodier ended up playing as a number 6. So, again, the coach was asked, which was a very interesting question as well, why did you list Ian Frey as a defender? Is it that you now see him as a defender? And him went on to answer. Again, it's so play. I'm so play the video. The video come up. The video is coming right up. So the video is so play. Yes, so the coach was asked that question, and he answered the question as it relates to Ian Frey being listed as a defender, right? Very interesting question. Good question. Solid question. It makes sense. Now, watch this now, people. A video time. We have a run it. That time. The video there. Watch video there.
Time. Trinidad first. Thank you, gentlemen, ladies.
Thank you very much, Coach McLaren. So just a recap of the squad before we get into questions from the media. Goalkeepers, Andre Blake, Jamali Wade, Tafari Chambers. The defenders, Dexter Lembikisa, Joel Latibodier, Ethan Pinnock, Damian Lowe, Mason Holgate, Richard King, Rico Henry, Greg Lee, Ian Frey. Midfielders, Isaac Hayden, Bobby Reid, Karoy Anderson, Joshawn Anglin, John Russell. And the forwards, Shamar Nicholson, Ramon Burrell, Bailey Ty Cadamatry, Demarai Gray, Ronaldo Cephas, Kaheem Dixon, Tyrese Campbell, Warner Brown, and Dujon Richards.
So people, me here, you see when time Simon says so, I know me not hear Simon say Warner Brown no people. After I'm done, after the press conference done, me hear say Warner Brown in the squad. And when the press conference done, me hear say Warner Brown in the squad. Me not even know say Warner Brown in the squad. When the press conference done, because as I say, I missed this, but ready.
Now we're going to open the floor for questions from the media. We kindly ask that you step forward to the microphone to pose your question to Coach McLaren. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Morning, Coach.
Morning.
Parkinson, One Umbrella Sport. How much does a player's type or quality, as it pertains to the team, you know the type of play that you want from the team. So how much does the type of player determine whether they get included in the squad?
So, Uptown 1G, and this is something we going to ask. No man, BAM Sports, I might dip on the decks, my mic them just need for upgrade. But yeah, this is a thing we going to ask and we going to do. Most night. Because as I say, I reason with Ryan and Ryan help me to understand certain things. And a part of the things that Ryan help me to understand is that me might see some questions where me probably not have issue with. Again, I could see the squad, so I could really have issue with most of the squad because as I say, I know. But here's the thing. So the night before press conferences, I'm want to do this. The night before press conferences, I'll be here with one of the fans and I'm going to call it a section name, question time. What are the questions where the fans really want to ask the coach? Again, it is super difficult to do that with a match, we call it now, with a squad prediction, with a squad announcement. Because how not gonna tell me which question to ask the coach when we don't know the players in the squad. But again, I can pull up a few and I can say, yo, King, if this player not there, ask about him. If that player not there, ask about him. But then again, as I say, hopefully this time I figure out how to actually get the squad. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna make sure say once the squad say that somebody need for there them yard and send me the squad. If somebody did send me the squad, probably I could and know say yo, I'm gonna pull from this question and that question. So yeah, we're going people. Me and the chat, me and Una work. Me and Una work. Because at the end of the day, people, here's the thing. People, me is not a journalist. I'm just a fan, a regular fan like the whole of them. Me love the football like the whole of them people. Me not one journalist. Me not go to school for this. Me just there and reason the football and give my opinion and my point of view on football, right? So watch this now. Again, that's one thing I learn and that's one thing I do. So Uptown 1G, so I get a chance for bust them head. Again, I'm not there for bust nobody head. That is not my job for bust nobody head. Why make a bust somebody head? Again, make a show something when I miss in the squad and probably some things when I miss in the squad. Probably by the end of the show, Una gonna be a bit more relaxed. You see me? Una probably gonna be a bit more relaxed. Cause I miss people. So I'm telling you, say a 9 midfielder there in the squad, not because you see 5 on the screen. Anyways, we still getting 9. We still getting at the fact say a 9 midfielder. A 9. I got about 10 midfield option there in the squad. Not 9. I got about 10 midfield options. Got about 10 players that has played midfield for Jamaica there in the squad. Only about 10, but also getting it. You see me? But yeah, Uptown 1G. You can't come over here and this. No, man. I just make him big up himself and him get a black and delete type one. I just say, so you have to lower them, make them, you see me, have them 3 minutes of film. King, you should have placed your mic on the decks. Yeah. Bam, the mic there, right there. So you see, look where I'm on there. Right there, so the mic there. Me don't know, I just need some better mics. The mic there, fraud. You see me? Now get some different mic. He was really fast with that list. He was in a rush for some reason. So just imagine this, J.A. Omember. Just imagine this.
Time.
Imagine this.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Listen to this, you know. listen to the list, right?
Thank you very much, Coach McLaren. So just a recap
So
of
listen
the
to
squad
this.
before we get into questions from the media. Goalkeepers, Andre Blake, Jamali Wade, Tafari Chambers. The defenders, Dexter Lambakisa, Joel Latibodir, Ethan Pinnock, Damien Lowe, Mason Holgate, Richard King, Rico Henry, Greg Lee, Ian Frey. Midfielders, Isaac Hayden, Bobby Reid, Karoy Anderson, Joshawn Anglin, John Russell. And the forwards, Shamar Nicholson, Ramon Burrell, Bailey Ty Kadamatri, Demarai Gray, Ronaldo Cephas, Kaheem Dixon, Tyrese Campbell, Warner Brown, and Dujon Richards. So now we're going to...
So people, J.A. Hummingbird, chat. You see, by the time I go and look over upon the computer, and me I try to check my audio to see if the audio work, to make sure so when I get the little low audio. By the time I make sure I look over so, and by the time I click on JFF Live to see if I can get the visuals of the actual squad, JFF Live said the video gone. It said the video was removed. Me I say, what is? So by the time I click back on my stream yard, maybe have 60 odd people. I say 500 odd people there over here. Me I say, right, I want to go on. So me I try make sure I say everything good in the production, but me I try find the squad somewhere. I can't find it. So that reads me, people. That reads me. Wayne, I go. Welcome to the show. You're there, Shirley Wayne. Bless yourself. Wayne, come from under your bed.
The blessed night, King, to you and the commentators and the listeners. We are here, man. We are here, not under the bed. On the bed.
All right. May I go on run off this and then we do the reason the chat. Big up yourself. Yeah,
No
man,
problem,
he was
no problem.
All right. So he was really fast with that list. So again, when it done, me I said, Simon, I go and Simon, some forget a pen and a pencil and write it down next time. Me I said, John was star, isn't it? Tycoon is a king, like I said to you, there was a lot of error in the squad where could ask the coach, but the question you ask, I see nothing wrong with it. Yeah, man, definitely there's a lot of error in the squad, but next time you have to know the squad for ask error about the squad. Me I say, next time I send you the squad. Next time you send me the squad, my bro. Next time send me the squad. No, people, you see as the squad drop, anybody have the number, I want to send the squad fast. Yeah, J. King, I will submit my question to you for next prince. All right, make sure you see it. Make sure. Sports Chambers asked some pressing question. Yeah, man, he did well. Me see that already, man. Yeah, man. King make shift midfielder need to pick players playing in the position every week. And we're going to talk about it, you know. Tycoon, we're going to talk about it. Is him Simon read like he had a flight to catch me? I tell you, I quickest read and then no, me I tell you. BallPreetV, the JFF must be on jugs. The only way that Casey Palmer and Leon Bailey can be and stand by is if Birmingham City lends the JFF coaching staff the magic spray that they use on Demarai Gray. That famous magic spray, Eagle Republic, me I tell you about that magic spray there. You don't want to get injured at Jamaica and people. Everybody will play ball at Jamaica. And you see that magic spray roll out. No matter what I could have broke your foot, you're up and running again. One creative midfielder after an injury. Yeah, man. And the ironic thing about everybody at Black Road say Casey Palmer the day they win at trouble, you know. And this is what I can't understand with people, you know. You know, I said 2 months ago or less, majority of fans have beat Casey Palmer, say him no good. Majority of the same fans them have beat Casey Palmer. I said Casey Palmer no good. Casey Palmer no good. And the same fans them now a Black Road because Casey Palmer is not there. But 2 months ago, a majority of the people them say Casey Palmer no good enough. So me no know. Tycoon, no go, my bro. Welcome to the show. What say you?
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, King, and big up the people in the chat, you know. Like and subscribe. Bomb Sports, big up yourself. You're doing a great job. Big up Bomb Sports and you know the thing go, King. Big up yourself. BallPreetV, you know what go.
So the thing go, man. Same way, so is
yeah. So you know, I've just joining and you know listening you and you know hear you speak about you were talking about the question that you asked.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any problem with the question that you asked. You know, you the kind of sound a little rubbishing a little bit with the question, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I say, get it together, King.
So here I go. I'm going to play it right now, okay? I'm going to play now. I'm going to explain. I try to find the word pressure.
I'm gonna finish then. I'm gonna finish then you go ahead and play it. So I was saying to myself,
Yeah.
like, to be honest, the question was okay, and I think there was more question that you could also ask that because I see a lot of error in the squad that the time with these two games are very important to us. Where I think as a youth, I was one of the YouTubers that have the chance to ask the questions. I think a lot of fans would have looked at you for you to ask some of those questions to be asked. You know what I mean? But also, what's going on in the country right now with the hurricane and everything, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the sympathy and the compassion to also, you know what I'm saying? How players feel and what's going on in the player's mind as into what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was a bad question because it's a part of the game too, you know what I mean? And even with the Curacao team, they will also think in themselves, in Jamaica, what's going on? Where we going to play? How is the condition in Jamaica going to play? You know what I'm saying? So that will even rest on their mind also, knowing that the world talking about Jamaica with the devastation, what happened, they would in the back of their brain, they might think the same thing, like, is Jamaica safe? As into what take place, you know what I mean? If it was me like the JFF, I send them to Chilania, Westmoreland, and I want hotel long.
John Curry them.
Yeah, like they got El Salvador and them place there, them give some raggedy hotel and lock off all your water and them something there. So me I send them guys St. Elizabeth. What me not give the ingredients, Like man told one time when they play BVI, the hotel the where they stayed was 3 miles, not 3 miles, but 3 hours from where the field was. So sometimes, you know what I mean, stuff like that happen, but I don't think I will ask a bad question. But as I said, there was more question, especially about the midfield, that you could have get cross and ask about it. But just go and work for your craft, bro.
No, but as what me I explain, and this is what I've been trying to explain. How can I ask about the midfield when I don't know who was selected in the midfield when that those you know see how fast Simon listen to the squad. And as
Yeah.
I said, they are produce the show for me could have watch it. Remember, I said me is one man,
And tell you the
There's
honest
only
truth,
so much me can do and no more, my bro.
and tell you the
You
honest
see me?
truth, when I went on the JFF live, I noticed that it never did work. And then when I saw your live, and when I your live, and I said, wait, but are you a produce the live or what? So it was also great for you to be in the press room giving us the coverage also. So as I
Bro,
said, you didn't see the squad, so maybe you couldn't ask about the squad because you were you didn't run the thing.
bro, there's no way me can do so much thing at
Oh,
one
me
time.
never
You see
know, so
me?
you never see the squad. Okay.
So me never see squad. I mean I tell you, man, unseen forward pan and touch me on my shoulder and say, yo, King, you have the squad. That's when me sit down back and ask my question. And here's the other thing too. You see, the question about the hurricane was supposed to be a throwaway question. For make sure say him ask something, so me can ask a next question about the squad. So him can answer something. But if me not have the squad, me can ask the next question. I don't say it still. But yeah. Me could go back in night so me can show you some things what I think Uno have been missing. The whole of we have been missing. And I know say why is you would say I think he already start commenting in the comment section tycoon, but me I show in terms of a gameplay and what we expect and what is gonna happen. What me I predict, because based on the squad you can predict the style of play. Based on the squad, you can predict even a formation that will be played, etc. etc. We're gonna talk about it. This one of town say one creative midfielder off an injury in a 26-man squad, a joke thing. Okay, chances are the man them not gonna play with no creative midfielder, but we're gonna talk about that as well. King, the Daniel Johnson and the JFF have problems in the past. I don't know, but it seems like say some players just have to do 3 and 4 and 5 times more than some players, and I don't know, you'll find that in every squad. I'm going to example people. And me talk about a player and me talk about a player in a vex situation. You have a player who play for Crystal Palace. And what do you see it? What do you see an expose? I see a post to say these are the best left backs in England for the last 4 years. And you have a player named Tyreek Mitchell. You see, Tyreek Mitchell, he has been the best English left back consistently for the last 4 years. Even this season, Crystal Palace concede the least amount of goals in our team that have an English-born left back. And if you look in a Premier League and look who have been the best left back, you're going to find players like Cucurella. Who else? Who are the good left back them in the league? It's a point me I try making. I want to find some other left back in the league. But you say Tyreek Mitchell, consistently them man there has been the best or one of the best left back. The man know Tyreek Mitchell not get a call. All know until this day, Tyreek Mitchell not get a call for England. Why is that so? I know good, him not good. But whatever issues him have with the English national team, it seemed like him have to do 3 and 4 and 5 and 10. It look like him need to start score some goal. Him need to start score some 6 and 7 goal as a left back. Whatever Tyreek Mitchell need to do. But on the other hand now, Tyreek Mitchell have Jamaican heritage. Tyreek Mitchell for know say, yo, and he has same for forward. But we're not going to talk about that. We get Rico Henry and we're grateful for that. So we're not going to support. Christopher Lyons, some players just have to do 3 and 4 more times. Me don't know what them have to do. Them have to set the world on fire. See, Trivante has set the world on fire there. I guess him have to score a 30-40 goal season to make sure say him can't be denied. So as me I tell Trivante is to keep your head down, go and score 2 goals every game. Finish the season by May when squad for pick, they on 40 goals. They on 40 goals, Trivante. I want to see who can left you. If you score 40 goals
let me just rebut something that you just said a while ago.
Yeah.
No. Tell Trevante to keep his head high and lift his head up, not down.
Yeah. And keep your head high.
And again, King, I think is very disingenuous. And the words that I'm seeing is my words, not of BallPreetV. I think the JFF really doing this kid. Is really being disloyal to Trevante Stewart. I want to owe you with them, and the performance he had in the JPL, and you know he got his contract, go overseas. You know he might be got when Algrim's called him, he had a bad game against Canada, right?
Yeah, nice stadium.
Yeah, and you know whatever happens, you know with him and Bailey, I think it really. You know, everybody forgive Bailey and all that, and the youth are perform. And I don't see none of our strikers presently performing the way that he's performing, playing the game. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's very disingenuous not to give him a call. I was talking to someone that I said, yo, why Trevante in another team? And the man said, boy, him not really knowing I might be a him a bleach. I said, what? So that the JFF have him find. I said, boy, you don't really want to answer me for that in about so I said, you sure that the daily thing? Him say, well, I'm not gonna call him. Him say, well, I'm not gonna call him. I'm gonna call him forward. I say, bro, them can't hold the youth them for them thing because if that is what he want to do to his body, that's his choice. A lot of players got tattoo on their body, that's their choice. So I hear a man one time on a program that say, boy, it crazy if you sing the national anthem and say a man a bleach. No. So I say you can't kill youth for that because to me, each to his own to their body, bro. But I think, bro, they had been disingenuous to Trevante Stewart, our most informed striker, playing presently all over the world. I mean, worldwide, and we cannot put the man in our national team. Warner Brown not doing what Trevante Stewart doing. Bowser not doing what Trevante Stewart doing. Bailey Kalamachi not doing what Trevante Stewart doing. I see Burrell now score 4 from 5. I could put Burrell and say, I could take out Burrell because Burrell performing great.
No, you can't touch Burrell.
Right.
You can't touch Burrell for him, man.
You cannot. And the same thing, I went on Unseen show, I think maybe last month. I mean Unseen, I worry about this. Because Unseen they're looking and tell me that people from the hierarchy think Burrell no good. I mean I say Unseen, you can't say them thing about the youth. Because if you forward next week and start perform and start do something, I on the same one, I go jump up and read. So it was simple. When you give you one game, and after the one game, you say, him no good when him even don't get minutes enough to prove himself.
Yeah.
So big up Burrell performing, and you deserve a call up. But as the point was on Trevante Stewart, we have to free up the youth because he's performing and he's scoring goals. Even today in this game, you get what? You get 0.6. Jamrock, big up yourself. 8.6, I think he got for, you know what I'm saying, with his player ratings. So the kid has been performing over and over, and is very disingenuous by the JFF. And if someone in the higher hierarchy a blackball the youth, on the free up Trevante, man. On the free up the youth, man. I want to know how you, man, on the free up the youth, man.
Yeah, man, it's sad for real, but I heard in the press conference I will hear all that was said, but I'm glad to say you talk about Trevante because the truth is, I guess, I don't know, the next time him can play for Jamaica, I think, when the next January, February, March, the international window of March, though. I think we have an international window in March. So by March, here's my thing. As well, Tycoon said, Trevante, if you listen, keep your head up, and by March, 30, 40 goal by March. Broke some record. Broke some record, make we really see what I go on. You get me? I say, it's kind of obvious that something I go on. And again, as me I tell you, just use the Tyreek Mitchell situation. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it's personal. But then it's kind of weird with Tyreek Mitchell because a several coach come and don't pick Tyreek Mitchell. So,
I would say what with Tyreek Mitchell, sometimes he perform at the wrong time.
He perform at the wrong time?
See, all right, watch this now. A lot of times he got a lot of bad games, right? But Crystal Palace would always play him. Sometimes we come off at the bench to sometime. But in a World Cup year, like right now, I think he's performing at the highest level to where I could say he deserved that call up, but they still don't give him that call up. I don't know if they're looking at a young Spence that look very full of energy. You know what I mean? Jovial. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe of him just being, you know what I'm saying? He might go out there to work, you know what I mean? I don't know if they're looking at younger legs.
Yeah.
Kelly, I don't know if they're looking at a younger legs also. But what I'm saying, the level where Palace playing right now and his contribution to Palace, I think he could make the England team very easy. But then again, like I said, you just don't know why.
You don't know why. Jeremy, welcome to the show. But put your mic on mute until you're ready to talk. Here, Jeremy. You're not talking, mute your mic.
Yeah, King. Can I interject a bit of
that good?
Part, please?
Yeah, man, we are not talk, Jeremy. So mute until we don't talk.
I believe I'm not certain if it's Tycoon. The coach categorically gave an answer to Trevante Stewart. What the coach.
So here what we're gonna do, Wayne. Remember say the on screen for play, we're gonna play it and then we'll come around to it, you can't talk about it. Because we don't want paraphrase. It's a play. So
the coach always be political and never give us the right answer.
Yeah, but Tycoon, we could get to it and then we can adjust it. Though.
No problem.
Yeah, man, we could get to it so we can adjust. Alright, here what Jeremy, you wanna say something before we start about the video? Quick.
Yeah, man. When I watch my press conference live, you know, and me hear you ask a question and me I say, Jano, I can't king this man. But no, when you come talk, me I say, I real talk, because when the man just talk his squad, me could hear, me I say, this come like a joke thing, cause me I listen for Greenwood and me I listen for Tyrese and me I say, one day for previous squad then call. You see me and him talk fast, so me I say, me not understand what I go on. And then me see them say, me don't have any question and me I say, right, did I squad that? You see me, I mean a year, me not 2 years. What go on Instagram, me have to jump on and say, let me see what go on. You see me? So me definitely get where I say, you don't want to ask no question about no Tyrese or certain man and then look like a fool after a man just list his squad. You see me? So you don't know who in a squad for ask. You see me? So me I say, me definitely get where I say.
I know, Jeremy, me never come explain myself to nobody, but again, me know say man. Me know say as some people where look up to me can't allow Tycoon them fit. Tycoon them I say, no man, I say no man the king that. Jeremy I say no man the king that.
Yeah, man.
Could allow owner fit just whatever. And to be honest, again, Jeremy, there's another side of it where me is not a public speaker. You see, this one me
Yeah.
I do just because of the love of the football, I just because but me is not good at public speaking. Me not like public speaking. This kind of comfortable because I know say me not
You
be
just ask a
politically
question.
correct. Me just know say, but if you go ask a question and then go to, I know my style. I've never been good at that. You get me? I say, so that is
Yeah.
also part of it. And my thing, so the question I'm ask and the box shuffle, I go box shuffle. It show me off. You get me? I say,
Yeah.
and that's just
Yeah.
me. Again, me I go and learn, and that's why I'm not stop do it because me I catch my practice. You get me? I say me I catch my practice. I left it right there. So. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man,
big
it's a
up
learning
yourself.
process, man. That's all, man.
Yeah, man, big
But
up
me
yourself,
upset
Jagan.
still.
Yeah,
Upset
but
still
we're
about
going to talk about the squad now. We'll play about this and then you can tell me which part we're upset and we're going at and we'll chop up something.
do your thing.
Yes, Guna, big up yourself. Ricardo Chambers asked the best question. Again, it's easy that to see that Ricardo Chambers is the most relaxed person. Them man, they years him a do this for. Him know what him a do. You get me? I said them man, they know what him a do. You see him stop blaming Simone, you heard the squad and spread friendship you are trying to keep. Nowadays. Big up yourself nowadays. Yo, me not know. Oh, people hurt speed forward on the show. Only for hurt speed forward on the show. What make people hurt speed? So how come, you know what I find ironic? How comes nobody talk about how Butler forward on the show 2 days before speed? Oh, nobody rate Butler again? No one have people rate Butler boy again. And the speed. Remember say Butler forward on the show 2 days before speed, you know. Like speed live rent free in them money head. If Isaac Hayden pick up our card against Trinidad, only God can save us against Curacao. You feel so? Is 12 games, Trivante have to score 30. Say. Alright, big up on yourself there in the comment section. Me go and play this and bring up the rest of comments on screen.
To open the floor for questions from the media, we kindly ask that you step forward to the microphone to pose your question to Coach McLaren. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Morning, Coach.
Morning.
John Parkinson, One Umbrella Sport. How much does a player's type or quality, as it pertains to the team, you know the type of play that you want from the team? So how much does the type of player determine whether they get included in the squad?
I think what I've done.
So on over the question and the first question, and basically I try to ask the player playing style. Him say the type of player. Everybody overs this, right? Alright then. The type of player, the play style.
This squad is, look, I think, how long has it been? Nearly 18 months.
Yeah.
And 18 months ago, on the first day, the goal was qualification for the World Cup. And in that time, we've used a lot of players, but we've also had a core of players who's been regular.
J. Saguna same not really understand. So J. Saguna, I think him that try forward from a place because there's a narrative to say that Trevante Stewart plays similarly to Bowser. So I think I just say with a forward from. I guess he might try finish the question. And you know J. Saguna say you have to try finish the question. So I think that him basically asks without ask directly about the players then.
King.
Yeah.
And this is where we are failing tremendously. If we got a Trevante Stewart playing at a higher level, you know what I mean? Being blackballed from the team, cannot get a call up, scoring goals, his match ratings they're being high, right? And taking no credit from Bowser, he represents us well over the years. He got from last year before last, he got some real bad games, but also scoring. He still score for Jamaica. You know what I mean? So taking nothing from Bowser, but I can see where Trevante Stewart really performing ahead of Bowser in his present career right now and even his club career. So even to say that they have similarities. If they even to say they got similarities,
Yeah.
you should look at the most informed striker that you're looking at to say, all right, they could play that position and they were fit enough having more game time, scoring goals. I will have to bring that striker in.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's very disingenuous to what they're doing to Trevante Stewart, not put him in the national, not getting a call up from this coach.
Yeah, but in
So
an
you can't
ideal
come
world,
use no one to say, boy, him and Boz have similarities. So Boz have been scoring for Jamaica, so we have to use him. That a foolishness. That
yeah.
a foolishness in our football. And that have to stop.
Yeah, but in an ideal world, here's the thing now, as it relates to Bowser and Trevante. Again, as the coach went on to explain, which we're gonna listen again,
I
him
agree with the
said
caller.
him have Bowser as the best in the Caribbean.
And
So for him,
you see that
him
is the
just
next thing, King, what I don't like.
yeah.
They're using the Caribbean to mark this World Cup qualification. And this is why I think a lot of players, JFF didn't go hard. Because we hear the course of 18 months time, we fight for some things and him can't get it. Why ask for too much, We hear Tapper complain about it. We hear Paul complain about it. And a lot of every coach, Grimmy, them complain about it. We need to understand Curacao is not the team they usually be 10, 15 years ago. Trinidad is not the team they usually be 10, 15 years ago. Not even look at Bermuda where we have beat 4 and 5, which we know if we give them 6, 8, 9, 10, because we get all the clear chances. All these teams are improving. So why fooling yourself to say Caribbean? That is why you call him Bowser. So watch if it wasn't for the Caribbean teams, they would have called Bowser then. So stop use the picture. But that is why you don't call Trevante Stewart, because Bowser is the best player, best striker in the Caribbean and all that. That is foolishness. That is political talking, bro. And this is why I cannot respect the coach. And I can't, brother. Go ahead, King, because right now, I tell you, say you.
I agree with the
Madness.
caller, man. I agree with you. You hurt me. I tell you, you
Madness.
hurt me. The man, I say, oh, two man, they might same striker.
So
And you tell me, say,
so Jeremy, here's the thing on that. I'm gonna play about this. Me know say anti-cool, me know say you say alright, then if the two of them you bring the one on farm, right? But however, from film point of view and for them point of view, we must say him bring the one where him sure say I can come perform in the national team. And from film point of view, as it relates to the one where score the most goals against Caribbean teams, because the truth is a Caribbean teams you can play against. And Bowser continue to score against Caribbean teams. So here's the thing, as much as that sound like madness, is it factual?
It is factual. Like I said, I have no problem with Bowser in the team, I have no problem with Bowser in the team. You know what I mean? Bowser is one of the anchor man for the team. He always carry Jamaica and you know what I'm saying? On his side, he's a warrior for the team. You know what I mean? Yes, he could perform better for his club, but there's a lot of other players in the team that is not performing at the club, not getting game time. So I'm not gonna say don't put Bowser in the team. I would always put Bowser in Jamaica team long as he's playing football. You know what I mean? But also, we're the standard, and it go for everybody. It go for Damian Lowe them, it go for Lati Bodier, and it go for a lot of other players.
So I'm glad you bring that up on Damian Lowe. Alright, here one. Can more
and,
play the press
and then you hear
conference.
say Bowser get fight and be a fight Bowser get.
So how you take Damian Lowe out of the team? Who you replace with Damian Lowe? For instance, because Damian Lowe hasn't played a minute for his club team. Would that you bring up Damian Lowe? If you ever use the argument there and you say, yeah, Damian Lowe not play a minute, I get him out of the team. Who you bringing for Damian Lowe?
No, I'm not saying
Another case they risky when you come on the back line, You see me? But when you come on the forward line, you have to hold it option up there. You can run any risk up there. So.
See Damian Lowe, I know we have Deshaun Bernard injury. I know a lot he could also play around there. He's not match fit. You know what I'm saying? And he's also injured. So I know a lot of the defensive line is injured at the moment, right? And we know what Damian was a part of. He's a part of the core of the team. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we know the coach them now left Damian Lowe, but I'm talking about the standard of the team. The standard of the team. So we are saying we're not using and say why Bowser can't be in the team. You know what I'm saying? So
all right, before we play about this,
King.
yeah.
Remember you keep telling me to wait on the press conference, and you keep bringing up about the Bowser thing.
Yeah,
That
go
I
ahead.
want. So do we go now on the Bowser thing, or wait until you finish the press conference?
Yeah, me be unfair. Tycoon, now you skip a line at Tycoon. Tycoon, no say Tycoon no. Tycoon, stop skip a line. Make a play.
I don't, because I don't share the same. Play it then.
Yeah.
Right.
Have been in every camp and every game with us, and some have come in late, but they've been a part of us since the summer in World Cup qualifying games. And what I've tried to do is I've picked 26 players, and included in that are players who have played from day one. A few who have obviously come into the squad and performed well and stayed in the squad. But these players have shown their loyalty to Jamaica, to come into the camps, and their willingness to want to achieve the goal.
So don't make that fly over on it. Loyalty. I think the coach picked that word very specific. Ready again.
Which is World Cup qualification. So that's why I've picked 26. That's why I've picked the players that I've played. They've been in from day one. I trust them. They trust me. We all know what we want from each other. It's very difficult to introduce new players now and new things and try different things. I don't think now is the time to do that. I think we have to bed down our principles, what we've been trying to do. And these games are all about attitude, fight, and the will to win. We have to have more will than anybody to win. And also with God's will, that will happen.
All right. I'm gonna take a listen. You know. So, hold on. Before we say nothing, watch this. Him say with God's will that will happen, right? More than a take on a look how long before the next person starts speak, which is gonna be me. Watch this. You hear? Are we? Anybody hear Simon say anyone just now? Anybody hear Simon say anyone? I mean, if I play it back so one can listen to it. Listen to this.
And these games are all about attitude, fight, and the will to win. We have to have more will than anybody to win. And also with God's will, that will happen.
That will happen. Him don't talk. Anyone.
Ricardo? All right, David, go ahead.
Hold on. Ricardo or David. No. Bro, now for dead. Yes, two people that dead. People have a perception from the outside. No, but you know Ricardo Chambers that Ricardo never ready. Ricardo they right down in question. Ricardo they figure out who they in his squad and who they in his squad. I struggle. Ricardo never ready. Ricardo said, no, I'm not ready. Your press conference that done right there, so I shot this press conference in the history of the world. And I say, you know what? We're gonna save the day today. We're gonna save the day.
Morning, Coach.
Morning.
Simon, King from BallPreetV. Coach, we've seen where players that are selected in the squad came on social media to show their support to Jamaica in light of the devastation of Hurricane Melissa, right, Coach? We know that it's already a task to qualify to the World Cup in itself, and I know that most of the players will be using this opportunity as motivation to assist us to go over the line. But has it been any additional difficulty or
pressure? Has it been any additional pressure?
Has it been any additional pressure on the coaching staff and the players knowing that?
Yo, but just find the word. You see me find the word? Who's you want to find the word? You ever search for a word and can't find the word? I'ma find the word. Is there any additional pressure on the coaching staff and the players?
Getting over the line will boost the whole morale of the whole nation Is it any additional pressure, or is it just being seen as motivation?
It's seen as the motivation that's been there from day one. You know,
And all the reason I'm asking about the question I become stuck on that word. Let me try find the word. It's like, yo, you know what you can't find a word. I stamp the ground for try find the word in the tycoon. Me had
So-
everything.
Yeah, come. When I listen to that area talking, I mean, I said,
Yo,
Jesus.
that's what the word there.
Me, I
What the
said,
word there? Yo, it's your fault at the same time. It's what the word there.
I help me, I help you, and I said, Jaja, make him find a word fast because we know them are going to be
Find the word.
free up. But King, going forward to what you said, right?
Yeah.
He said, it is no time to bring in players. New players now, and no time to try that. So you tell me, you know, if Max Evans had his papers and Mason Greenwood forward at the team, there wouldn't be new players.
All right. So when we get from that,
there would have been new players interchecking the team, right? The thing is, the problem he had was the midfield. He picked at the Lutonal midfield. Big up all the players that get picked. This is not for y'all. I'm not disrespecting none of y'all. But he picked 5 defensive midfielders, no attacking midfield. So because we're gonna ask him about Tyrese Hall and Daniel Johnson or Ravel Morrison, he trying to debunk from that and running away from that question about new players and trying things. That is his problem. Pick Bobby Reid 65% or about 50% right now. Kerry Anderson about 45% not getting any game time, not much fit. Russell not getting any game time, not much fit. Right? Isaac Aiden about 75% fit. Alf Anglin, I heard he get a knock the other night in the game. I don't know where his fitness at, but he's getting playing time at Mount Pleasant. But what I'm saying is, your engine of your team, your engine, the midfield, right? And when you bring all these defensive midfielders, all of them is not 100%. But I respect the fact that you could call these midfielders in the team. But what happened to your attacking midfield? You're going to have a makeshift attacking side of the field?
So me I'll give my opinion on that. Wayne, you remember the Wayne, cause it seemed like Tycoon I get preference, and it seemed like Tycoon I do the same thing. But JFF are doing give some players preference.
I'm not gonna play in the present. I want to see my mid.
No. Me I say I get preference. Wayne want to talk how long, I tell Wayne to wait until the press conference.
Because me want
Tycoon I get the whole of the question. Here what Tycoon. Hold on, Tycoon. Make Wayne go through. Wayne, here we go. Give your opinion on the Bowser situation even before we play. Because we ain't just stop and say, yo, King, how comes Tycoon around the place and I can't get to talk? Got you.
Respect, King. You're my take on it, King. I really appreciate, respect, and glad what Stewart is doing in the Israel Premier League. It's undoubtedly that he's one of the best strikers in terms of stats for the season.
Yeah.
However, the coach, although there are exceptions, because every rule that there is across the globe, there is exception to the rule. So the coach states that because of his similar traits and similarities with Bowser, is unlikely to pick him at this time, and I think the coach made that clear. In terms of Bowser place in the team, the last 2 windows, Bowser scored 2 goals. I remember the first window he didn't start, which is wonderfully well, apart from him being the most experienced striker within the squad within this time, and just the fact that he scored in the last 2 windows, that would have in fact Bowser is a leading goal scorer in World Cup in this qualifiers. So Bowser is one of the first name on the paper as a striker. So that is a no-brainer.
Just a small correction, Wayne. He scored the last 2 games, not which is the last window, not the last two windows. You can
All
continue.
all right. Thanks for that correction. Although so you're saying Bose, what is the last two games?
Which is the Curacao and the Bermuda.
No, we didn't
When the
score
score
in
against
Curacao.
Curacao.
In
Well,
Curacao match. So the end of the day, I'm correct, man. No, when I speak, I normally speak because I know that I'm correct.
Hold on, give me a knock off of the ball away. So, are you telling me, say, Issa, you just start the man for correct the man? Are you wrong?
no, but then the last him scoring the last two windows.
King,
And
don't
what's the
beat the
last,
man.
I can't the last
King,
two games, Issa, because two love, how much you get against Curacao? Not two love, we never
King,
scoring a
King,
goal.
King,
Okay.
don't be like a JT will beat you when you're down. No, beat the man when he's
No,
down.
I know.
Yeah. Don't be like a JT. We're trying
No,
to beat you when you're down.
me I said the man interject and stop you and say, just a
Yeah.
second. Yeah, Issa,
So
what's your crap?
yeah. So Boza is expected to be the first striker on the sheet. In terms of Warner Brown now that he could have replaced or come in instead of Warner Brown. The thing is a 23-man squad which will go on paper for the games. And so three persons within the squad name won't be listed or will be ineligible to play both matches. So although they get called, the coach already have in his brain and in his mind those who he won't play. So remember that. Same like he brought in Seymour Reed, he won't play Seymour Reed. So the coach, it might be difficult for the coach to bring Stewart all the way from across two to three continents, or I should say three continents, to not play him, or not just not play him, not list him in the squad. So I think he will get more backlash for that than not naming him any at all in the squad, more than you bring him and he's not listed in any of the match squad, which would be sad
Right.
for Stuart to come so far. In terms of, I just want to wrap up quickly. Someone had mentioned, who was the next person you guys mentioned? Oh, you mentioned at the midfield. Why I really don't have a problem with the midfield is because the number one piece, the what you call it now. I don't want to turn king. I can't find my words. The most the most important piece of the midfield is Isaac Aiden. That's the most important. That's a piece that is irreplaceable in the midfield. So that's the terminology. The person who is difficult to replace in the midfield is Isaac Aiden. Other than Isaac Aiden, every single, all 10 players, even Andre Blake, can be replaced in the team and the team still do well. So it's just Isaac Aiden is a factor. Do you see a player out there that can replace Isaac Aiden? I haven't hear you guys calling that player. I don't hear all cannot replace Isaac Aiden. Ravel cannot replace Isaac Aiden. So any player you guys are looking for and going to call is not that important. Trust me, because they cannot replace Isaac Aiden. If you are saying a Lambert, not Tamar, what's Lambert first name again, King?
Kevin, Yata, Lambert, they are mixing up with the cricketer.
Yeah, man. So if you're saying a Kevon Lambert should be in the team, because at least you can give him, you have more experience over handling, more experience over Anderson, then rightfully so. That's a good argument. But to call for anybody else, it's in my view is nonsensical, because everybody else can be replaced. Palmer can be replaced with Bobby Reed. Palmer can be replaced um with with Dixon. Palmer can be replaced with Damarai Gray. I can go any player you call. I can call at least 3 or 4 persons who can replace them. But it's just that one person no one can really replace. So the problem is now with Isaac Aiden at the midfield, which that's the risk. If he should get injured, if he should go down, how do you manage him? If you are not leading, because I don't think he should play the full 90 minutes in Trinidad match. And if Jamaica is not leading comfortably, the coach will not want to change him. I want to see Anglin. He came on against Curacao, took a good shot, which showed that he have promising. He was moving into space. Anderson, time and time again, when he come on, sometimes he look lively and spirited like a Kaim Dixon. But then again, he's not playing for Charlton Athletic. So the factor, the important factor is still Isaac Aiden. How to manage him, how to use him, how to replace him, when to sub him, and pray to God that he don't get a red card, because he will get card. He will always get card. So he will get a card in Trinidad match. Isaac Aiden will get card. So that's
Stop
it.
there. Wayne, you want to be a PR. You want to be a PR for the coach right here, I see, you know. But let me tell you something. We cannot go have two important games like these. We're not talking about Isaac Aiden, right? We cannot have two important games like these, and we don't have attacking players who play the game week in, week out as a midfielder. We want midfielders in there because we have a problem scoring. The last game, everybody cussed Bailey Kadamachi and say, boy, you not touch the ball one time. And the problem was midfield.
Just a second. When do Jamaica have a problem scoring? Jamaica is leading on the score and the group in the scoring chart. I don't understand where Jamaica have a problem scoring.
Don't you hear the coach come out and say he have problem
could have
scoring?
more.
We scored 4 goals against Bermuda. Right? We scored 4 goals against Bermuda. But what I'm saying is Wayne, we need 2 attacking midfielders, 3 attacking midfielders to complete our midfield. We know we have Isaac Aiden, Bobby Reid, and Anglin in the team. We should at least have a Ravel Morrison, a DJ, or a Hart to complete our midfield.
I don't
Our
understand.
midfield is not complete having all CDM in our midfield. That
Just
don't make sense. When you look at every other team, all teams had midfielders, 5, 6, 8 midfielders in their team, and Jamaica going into in these 2 games with 5 defensive midfield, and we are gonna try and make some makeshift midfield now to fit our purpose.
Bobby Reid is a makeshift midfielder.
Yes, Bobby Reid is
not even 100% fit. Bobby Reid is 20% fit coming to Jamaica just to fight.
You saw his valid.
And we have 2 important games.
You saw his valid today. You saw his contribution.
When Bobby Reid played for Jamaica, win him, they closer to 4 goal more than the opponent goal.
No. Bobby Reid is a utility player. Bobby Reid is one of the most experienced player in the midfield, and Bobby Reid is a very smart player, and he knows Jamaica.
All of what you're saying, we accept. All of what you're saying, you don't even add any more to that, Will.
No. I'm saying
you. Just
Bobby
watch the last 2 games for Jamaica with Bobby Reid. Bobby Reid is closer to our goal than he is to the opponent
closer to our
and
goal.
you're right,
Issa,
because
he see that we needed the help there. Bobby Reid went there because we needed the help there. That's Bobby Reid's role. Anywhere we need the help, that's where Bobby Reid will be. He don't go there because he wants to sit back purposefully. If we're attacking consistently, Bobby Reid will be in the attack. But he was there because he saw that Curacao nullify us in the first 20 minutes, and that's why he went back in Curacao game. He was there because he know that Kareem Dixon provide more of an attacking threat, and the experienced player had to have to jack back in.
So give me a knock for that. Hold on. Give me a knock for that. You see that whole midfield reason, yeah. The last time Isaac Aiden was out, right? Who was the player? Isaac Aiden, Ian Free, right? We're not talking about that because you say we have 5 holding midfielder in the team, and the 5 holding midfielder in the team. Make a list them, right? Isaac Aiden is a holding midfielder. You can't say Bobby Reid is a holding midfielder. Bobby Reid is like an attacker by trade, so he's definitely not a holding midfielder, right? Jonathan Russell is so far from a holding midfielder. He's closer to the opposition goal than anywhere close to our goal, so he's definitely not a holding midfielder. Correct, and this is, I don't even know if the coach see him as a holding midfield option or a number 8. Josh and Anglin today, that's why I try to play the press conference. The coach said Josh and Anglin as a number 8. Josh and Anglin has been playing far more pleasant as a number 8. So where the 5 holding midfielder them there? I mean, I missed that part.
That me did want to ask a while ago. That me did want to ask a while ago. Because I don't see it.
Tomato, bro.
Yeah, no, not tomato. We are trying to fix the issue with the squad. Go ahead now.
You see Josh and Anglin play number 8 for Jamaica. You see Kira Anderson play number 8 for Jamaica.
So you see them play number 6 for Jamaica. Me see them play number 8 for Jamaica. You see them play number 6 for Jamaica.
The coach just said he don't have time to try new things. Or new players.
So explain the number 6, number 8, no, cause our number 6, number 10, cause me I try listen it. Me I try listen how John Russell become a number 6. Me I try find out how Josh and Anglin be a number 6, Bobby Reid be a number 6.
King, like I said, bro, I don't see why Daniel Johnson didn't get called or a Tyrese Hall to be in this midfield. I just don't see it, bro. Or a Ravel, bro. I know the sneer campaign that Wayne run on every channel that Ravel no good and Ravel no fit in a Jamaica team.
No, that's one different.
That is where he trying to make the case like the midfield is okay because he don't want us to mention Ravel forget call or Daniel Johnson forget call.
So here's another part of it. Here's another part of it as well, Ty.
But King.
Hold on, no. Hold on. Me get attacking. Suppose the man them play with a 3-5-3-4-3 and not choose to use a number 10. Suppose that you are gonna see going forward. So this number 10 we not use. Suppose there's no use for that number 10 because him not gonna use a number 10. Suppose we are gonna go down a Curacao, go with a back 3, go shut up shop and play them on the counter.
We are not going to Curacao, King.
I mean, what? Suppose we are going to Trinidad. Yeah, Trinidad. Sorry, thanks for the correction. Suppose we are going to Trinidad, go sit back, shut up shop, and hit them on the counter attack, and we will not be using a quote unquote number 10, which we have in our team. Because the thing is, Demarai Gray will be playing number 10, if you ask me. Kaim Dixon, as much as I like it or not, can play number 10. But I think the makeup of the team tell you how the coach plan to play the last 2 games. If you can't use anything,
the coach now do nothing different than what he did before, bro.
You know that.
The coach now do nothing different than what he did do before, King. This is going to be the same. Isaac Aiden, we need that John Russell and Bobby Reid in the midfield, him 2 wingers them and him strike up top. He ain't doing nothing different. Nothing.
Okay. So watch this now. So Demarai Gray as a number 10. Demarai Gray as a number 10 option because me personally, I know it's personal preference. Me like Demarai Gray as a number 10. Me not have a problem. Me actually love Demarai Gray as a number 10. Me personally, again, me like Kaim Dixon as a number 10. So those are 2 number 10 options. Bobby Reid can play there. We know Bobby Reid can play the number 8. So the great creative spark I want to think I'm missing. Me personally, those seats have been missing because contrary to I actually don't even like Morrison as a number 10. Me like Ravel as a number 8. Somebody will come pick up the ball there. So as an out and out number 10, I don't like Ravel as a number 10. So the number 10 and the creative issue I want to think we might be missing. In my opinion, I've seen Demarai Gray play right this and I'm perfectly fine with him. You see me? So a personal preference will come down.
So the game that Demarai Gray played in the number 10 role, you love the game that he played?
Alright, so the last time I can recall Demi playing number 10 in score a double. I think we lose that game there. Which game that was?
No, the US game, yeah, go check back to the US game. I'm talking the last game he played for Jamaica.
The last game he played for Jamaica was in number 10. He was playing left wing, if memory serves me right.
No. The game, which game that was again? Issa when he drift into C-Fast. Which game that was again?
Which game that was?
But anyway,
I think it's the second game against Guatemala.
We saw when Demarai Gray played that role. But at the time, to be fair to him, he was at his full fitness playing that role. Right? He was at his full. But now, to be honest with you, to what you're saying, Demarai Gray have much fitness right now, right? But we also saw that when he played that role, he always end up on the wing, and him and Cephas over the wing colliding with each other. And I just didn't like that about that role that he was playing, and him and Cephas keep colliding each other because he's so used to be playing over there on the wing side.
Uh,
So I just don't want. I looking at it like I want to play him where he's most comfortable playing at.
Which is what, left wing?
There you go, Alex. Let him and Cephas fight for that wing play. And we have a Daniel Johnson, which playing the role, playing at a high level. Know about the Jamaican system, know about Jamaica. He was born in Jamaica, you know everything about Jamaica. Daniel Johnson can come and all the coaching staff. He can come in and he can fit perfectly in any one of those roles.
So yeah, DJ play for that coach already?
No, he never played for the coach, but what I'm saying is he 60% of the coaching staff. Baron Garden, everybody, Speed, them, everybody. So I'm saying, why don't you give a Daniel Johnson the chance to come in who have experience, know to play the role, playing the role very great at his club, give DJ the chance to come in and play the role instead of putting a Demarai Gray inside of the role, which I know he's not really comfortable playing there, but I know that he can get the job done to an extent. We want players that play the role every week to play in the position.
DJ is at 10.
But if you're talking about DJ as a 10 tycoon, Demarai Gray will be a more fluent 10 than DJ. Because DJ is not a better ball angler than Demarai Gray.
Yeah, personally, I think, all right, so if you ask me right now, if we're going to play the same system with a number 10, I think Demi will be the 10 and Cephas on the left. I understand, say, when you see a game with him drift over there, I think Demarai Gray is smart enough to play that number 10 role. So me not have a problem with the number 10 creative side of it. Before I play back the video again, I keep up the comment up on the screen long enough because I make a comment to say that everybody I say, yo, me a fight for me the pass and me a try be Speed's friend. And Sean Ellis, I'm going to say, yo, what about the interview? So Sean Ellis said, no, it's that nobody don't hate Butler again. So I guess the fact that nobody not hate Butler and forget about Butler forward on the channel. So I guess 2 days after the Speed interview over right at sorry for interject. People, I can't read all our comments, then I'm going to play about the video right now.
Right now, Butler for coach team.
So yes, Butler now have no 8 again. So. Alright, we're gonna run back the video again real quick.
Jamaica, why do they travel thousands and thousands of miles to come over? We said this 18 months ago. Everybody's goal was World Cup qualification, and we're on the brink. We've come this far. We've had 18 months working towards this moment. We've had ups and downs. We've had success. We've had failures. Disappointments, high lows, and it all boils down to this. They know the importance. They know more than us. We don't need to pile any more pressure on them. We do that every camp they come. But I think we've got the added pressure of the people of Jamaica who are suffering at the present moment, and the devastation and travesty that they must be going through. We can't see that, we can't feel that. We need to be able to feel that, what the people are feeling as well. And if we can come together as one and get the feeling of the island, get the feeling of the people, because they're the most important. They're the most important people on this island, the families and the friends and the Jamaicans all over the world. They will be so proud if we achieve this. So that's the mindset we've had from day one. So it isn't a case of coming to the last camp and ramping up the motivation or ramping up the pressure. The pressure is there. We have to handle that, and the crowd will help us. I can't stress the importance of the game. Is 8 o'clock. We want to see the crowd there at 6 o'clock. We want to see them when we pull up on the coach. We want to see them when we walk onto the field to look at the field. We need to see them when we're doing the warm-up, we need them to be behind the noise, the music, the smiles, the motivation. We want to see that. We want to see the whites of the eyes of the people, to see how much it means to them, to know it means that much also to the players who must perform, to give to the people something which would be so special.
Thank you, David. Ricardo?
So the answer was about 2 minutes, which give everybody a chance to really get them questions together. So Jay Ummenberg said, King, why do you keep putting your mistakes on display? Learn from them and move on. Don't keep reliving them. No, I'm not relive them, you know, because I deal with it, learn from it, and I've moved on. However, it was very important to clarify certain things on here, which I did. So that done put behind me already, and I learn from it. I take the L as a lesson, you see me. But again, I have that ego there when I'm afraid to put it on display. I don't think I have nothing to lose. You see me just learn from it and move on. But again, that was 2 minutes worth of answering my questions. So everybody get a chance to put themselves together and ask the questions. So here comes the questions now.
Morning, Coach. Ricardo Chambers, Sports Chambers. Just a couple of questions relating to Rico Henry. You mentioned, based on what you said earlier, it sounds to me like he doesn't have his Jamaican passport yet. Can you explain the process and exactly what you will be attempting to do to ensure that he gets it in time for that next game against Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, the process is ongoing. We have to have a change of association because he made 2 appearances at junior level for England. So that is in process. He must acquire a passport first. He's done everything in London that he needed to do. All the documents are in place. He just needs to visit PICA, apply, sign, and then pick up his passport the next day. So hoping to do that. Unfortunately, he plays on Sunday, so he can't come till Monday, so that will have to be Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully that will be done, and we get clearance on Wednesday or Thursday for him to be involved in that first game. If not that one, then hopefully by Friday, and then we've got the Monday for the second game.
Yeah, it sounds to me that, I mean, based on the timelines that you've just outlined, that there requires some level of collaboration between the JFF and the PICA. How is that going at this stage? Yeah,
that's always been the case whenever we've tried to acquire passports for players, and that has been difficult. That's a difficult process. You know, we do look at other countries who seem to be straight away including players and getting players in, and all of a sudden, you know, we see Trinidad and we see Curacao with new players that have come from nowhere. We don't know their process, but this is the process in Jamaica. We must adhere to that, and we do. So we try to plan early, and we have done with Rico since summer. And this has been the only opportunity, because a visit to the island to collect, to put in and then collect a passport has always been the difficulty in terms of the schedule that the players have.
Is this the most difficult process you've dealt with as coach in situations like this?
The process has been very difficult all the way through for 18 months, and I presume even before that. So it's one of the things that we have to deal with. But you know, that's the process. We have to deal with it.
Sounds like you're not very happy with it, Coach.
Everything could be quicker. I'm not satisfied with anything. Everything should always be done quicker and sharper, and we should have this and we should have that. And maybe I ask for too much, but that's my job, to make sure that we fight to get the best players that we possibly can. All the other nations are doing it. You see with Trinidad, you see with Curacao, they're doing it, and we have to do it in our way, exactly the same.
Yeah, I want you to talk a little bit about Rico, Coach. I know he's had a couple of ACL tears I think one in 2016 and one a couple of years ago. Both knees. He's 28 years old now. How much do you expect him to add to this unit, and how important do you think he will be, especially with Amari Bell now out?
Rico is a very good player. He's a Premier League player. And he's had bad injuries, he's come back, he's fought back. Shows the mentality of the boy, and he plays like that, with that kind of mentality. Enthused, loves playing the game. And he's, this season, not played regular, but had games, and is trained and is fit and looks very, very good, looks very, very sharp. He played last week in the EFL Cup, and played very well along with Ethan, who's had minutes as well. So I have no hesitation in bringing Rico in. It's the ideal age, he's recovering, he's got the experience, he's a Premier League player, he can add to the squad.
And you're saying, Coach, that you feel he is ready to walk right into this setup?
Absolutely, otherwise I won't pick him.
Thanks, Ricardo.
Javon Parchment here.
So let's not make that fly over our head. So Tycoon,
Yeah.
answer one of the questions them about and again it might be an excuse, but it sounds like what I get from the coach is that Rico Henry Premier League proven, and I think that if we had other players that plays in the Premier League or Champions League level, I think the coach that bring them in right now because him know say they are playing at that level. So probably it's a level scared get pulled.
You see where my conversation was going earlier, King, because he contradict his statement to say it's no time to bring in new players and trying things. So you see, contradict what he's saying. That's what I tell you. I don't like the politics thing about this coach. But Reggae Boy react now. Let me tell you something. Daniel Johnson play number 8 and he play 10 in the Super League in Turkey. So you cannot tell me that Daniel Johnson is not no number 10. You cannot tell me that because I watch his game in the Super League and he play number 10 for his team or number 8. So don't tell me that. So we don't really want to go back to that, King. But the coach, I think Rico Henry is a very good addition to the team, to be honest with you. And him, like I said to you the other day, I think with him and Ethan Pinnock playing on that side of the pitch, having the chemistry, having the camaraderie, I think it'll be good for the team. And they play at the highest level, so that is a good thing, playing for the same Brentford. They both of them play like in few of the cup games, play together on the same side of the pitch. I think it'll be great for us.
Yeah, definitely. So from what me hear to them, I say, say it's a level scared. So again, it's so hypocritical, but then you have rules and you have exception to the rules. And the exception, as my love to say, in a football have to be exceptional players. So I saw me see it right there. So but we are continuing.
Mason Sports TV. Coach, you spoke on don't want to really bring in new players at this moment. But other people will say Rico Henry will be new. And we have a striker, Trevante Stewart. He is doing well in Israel for Maccabi Haifa, scoring goals and doing some good stuff at his club. What is the process you're looking at right now in bringing players like that who are in tip-top shape, tip-top form in their club competition?
I think knowing play.
And here we go, people. This is Unseen Sport. Big up Unseen. I ask one of the questions I think everybody want to ask about Trivante Stewart. And again, for me, people, I never ask them question, and again, other people they ask the question or will ask the question. So the questions will be asked. And this is Unseen asking one of the questions when me probably could have asked if me didn't know such Trivante in the nice school.
Players and working with players, I think, is always an advantage. If I go through the 4 strikers, Shamara's he's the best in the Caribbean. And I think Shamar became our talisman. You saw him in the last game, especially at home against Bermuda. He was the leader, he was the front man, he was the hustler, he was here, he was there, he was fighting for the ball, he was fighting for everything. And Shamar we've had ups and downs with, in form, out of form, but he's coming at the right time. And the last game, so he's so important to us. The amount of goals that he scores against Caribbean teams, which is the reason why we brought him back into the fold. And so it's a no-brainer. As a talisman up front, you need that number 9, and he is it. We brought in other players when we've struggled. First of all, we brought in Warner Brown, in the St. Vincent games. We introduced him in the second game. He got the first goal, great goal. Got us such an important goal against the BVI for us to win. He brings energy, attitude, exactly what we wanted. We wanted strikers who could run behind, cause defenders problems, run in the channels, and also score goals. And Warner Brown, he scored goals. His goals have got us points. Against Guatemala, you know, he scores 2, so he scored goals. And then in the summer, we didn't have Warner Brown, we didn't have Shamar, and we introduced Roman Burrell. And Roman, you know, he scored his first game in the Unity Cup. And for the championship, he's got a good move to QPR, big club. And I think in the last 5 games, he scored 4 goals. So he's a striker in form. And you've got to pick a striker in form. As one of my staff said, when they're hot, get them in. And
so yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. So yes or no, everybody have a problem with. Yeah, when they're hot, get him in. Yeah.
Man, I wonder if the people them really listen what the coach really sell Jamaica, bro. Wonder if we really listen what this coach been selling to the Jamaican fans. This is what I'm talking about, King. This is what I'm talking about, bro. It not real, brother. It not real, bro. Big up Bowser. Our baller. See? Wanna, bro, you forward and you do your thing. I'm respect you for that. But them can't, brother, the way them deal with Trevante, bro, it not real, bro. It not real, bro. The youth a perform and the youth a score. The youth deserve him chance in the team. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, definitely. Only to play, even want to play devil's advocate in the car, I want to play devil in. If you play opposition leader, only thing I can say is that Roman Burrell, in reality, is him not getting fair chance in our team yet as well. So Roman Burrell in after the day. Again, the question that probably come down to the Warner Brown, not probably, at the Warner Brown selection. But we're going to listen and see what him say.
he's hot at the moment. And we brought in Calamatri when we didn't have Roman and when we didn't have Shamar and we didn't have Warner. Calamatri came in and he scored. He did great against Bermuda, scored against Trinidad. And he's, if you notice all them strikers, one thing they've got, attitude. They work. They've got speed.
So him say yes or no, you have to listen yes or again, you know. If you notice everything about those strikers, them have what? Attitude, and know him start talk about what? Them work. Remember say a Trivante, I'm gonna ask him about, you know. So probably this are the cue what we need to listen. Them work, them have what? Speed.
And they can score. And that's so important in the process. And the other thing that they've got, the age of them, I think they're all.
And I think when them have the age, so you're the man ready, you're the man fireproof. The man prepare for that question and the man ready, the man talk about age. What's the Trevante age?
No question. You know, prepare for no question. I'm madness.
What's the Trevante age? Hold on, let me look at Trevante age.
Run, Trevante score, Trevante have attitude, he have speed.
But Trevante at 25, right? Trevante at 25. I'm going to check this one them age.
Check Bowser age for me there.
Bowser at 28. Roman Burrell at 24. Calamatri at 20. 28.
Bro, the coach just a ramble on, bro. That's all he was doing right there. They asked him about Trevante and he mentioned nothing to answer that question then. Nothing.
The one says speed.
Yo, listen to the difference. Tycoon, you there?
Yeah, man, there. Yeah, man.
King and Tycoon, I want to just listen to the difference and answer the Trevante question versus the Webster question. Let me just watch the difference.
Yeah, I'm going to run it again.
Under 23. So, you know, we're introducing, not just we've got the experienced players, but also we've been introducing young players into the fray. You know, we introduced Whisper the last camp, and we've been wanting to do that for a long time, so it's great to see him. So the blend of experience and youth, I think we've got really, really well. And the number 9s at the moment, although there are other players, we're going with what we know and proven.
Okay, coach, next question.
Wait. The last part of it, him said the number 9s at this moment, we're going with what? Who we known and who is proven. So the part, you know, Issa and Taiko, never have a problem with the party. And me alone there.
Yo.
So the part where him say the number 9 at the moment, he might go with who him know and who is proven, because remember, you know, he must say all of them 4 there has proven themselves and him know them already. So him say I go with familiarity and who proved themselves already. Remember, you know, in all fairness, Trevante hasn't proved himself in the black, gold, and green. The last time he get a chance, he get double.
All right.
So, and that is in the past. So if he must say, all I'm forward them, what he made a want in our team, fit now. So he might go with who him know and who is proven. Yeah.
All right.
We see that. Oh, go on, Tycoon.
We see that the Trevante Stewart had an immaculate Premier League season. He get his contract, like I said before. He get one chance to play for Jamaica and he didn't have his best game, which I think the whole team played bad in that game, that early morning game. You know what I mean? So 12 hours, 11 o'clock in the morning and 9 o'clock the game play.
Yeah,
the whole team played bad. So he didn't get back another chance, right? So when he went to the I forgot the club he went to. He had a good season at that club. He got a different move. He also having one of his best seasons now. So we're saying he's one of our best informed strikers, playing at a decent level, at a great level, to say, all right, you're playing international football. You're supposed to play good for your club to get called up. That is supposed to be the standard of a team, right? But saying this to say that no, we see where Wonder Brown also get a chance. Play forward from the JPL. Yes, he get his chance. Yes, he's scoring goal. Yes, an honored player too. So they got a little bias, not a little part of the honored thing. Yes, he doing well. You know what I mean? So I could understand where the coach coming from there to say, okay, he give Warner Brown a chance and he did well. So he used to him and familiarity with him. So, you know, he still want to maintain that within the chemistry and the camaraderie around the team with him, because Warner Brown might be with the system maybe a little bit better in, you know, to round, which Trevante might know it. But at the same time, King, we have to understand that Trevante is performing at a higher level. So what is the criteria picking the team? Club performance or, I don't know, that's my problem. Trevante deserve a call up.
Well, you know, so the coach got answer that. I'm glad they asked that. The coach got answer. The man said, shut him out, but we are getting to it. Or we're running it again.
We have Greg Lee and Rico Henry is coming in, but we're not sure.
Let's not answer this now.
The first game, Webster was on standby. He's playing very well for his club. I think he assisted in a game, and he's not included. Talk to me about that one.
If I could and the JFF allowed me to, I'd bring 30 players in, because you're absolutely right. Every time I pick a squad, there are always 5 or 6 names, and I get killed for the 5 or 6 names that I've not included in the squad. And all of a sudden people get disappointed because of that. You know, so I only have 23 players. I bring in 26, they've allowed me that, because if we do get injuries, especially after this weekend, we don't have time to bring people over. So that's why we brought that squad. Webster, really impressed with him the camp before, and he's unlucky not to be there. But Greg Lee and Amari Bell have always been the first choice left backs. Amari drops out. We've always wanted to bring Rico in, who's got that experience and Premier League experience, and that's why I'm choosing. If I could bring the likes of Kyle Duncan in and Webster, and you know we brought in Reed the last time as well. If I could bring 30 players, I would bring 30 players, because they're all of a quality to play for this team. But my choices are limited, and I go with what I know.
Based on that, you said your choice.
My choices are limited, and I go with what I know. Issa, I like to ask some for listen.
You notice he no mention Trevante name once, so no matter
Because him don't know Trivante. Mention people him know.
But
So
oh yeah, the coach
Kyle
you don't
Duncan,
know. You don't know one of the
not
top
alright,
performing forwards
not
like,
no. Him not he hasn't worked with Trivante. So him work with
bro.
Kyle
That's no
Duncan.
excuse, though, bro. That's no
Yeah, but that's him I
excuse.
say. That's him I say. That's him I say.
That's no excuse, bro. Like they
Mm.
don't even mention the man. Them ask a question about the guy. You saying could I tell us our website is doing this? Our website.
Yeah,
He mentioned nothing about Trivante at all.
yeah. That was a perfect opportunity for you mention him for sure.
Bro, the man not even call the
That,
man name. He don't even call the man name, brother.
that was a perfect opportunity. 'Cause I remember see the question before the man asked him. You know. So that was a perfect opportunity to make it.
Bro,
Don't
when
look
I
so
heard the website
obvious.
thing, man, I said, bro, you don't even mention the man name at
As I
all.
say, Trevante have going to score 40 goals. A 40 goal, he have to score. Go and
But
run it back.
King, he
Yeah,
spoke about Trevante in the last press conference, all right? Someone
yeah.
asked him directly and he spoke about him.
When did it say again?
He said that
Eh?
he's aware that he said he's tracking him, he's aware that he's doing well. However, he plays similarly to Bowser, and that's the situation. That's when he categorically said that he played similar to Bowser. So he did mention Trevante. So that's the situation with Trevante. As I said, the thing is not King. The coach will have his favorite, and it don't matter what, because some can argue that Dixon league at League 2 is not high enough to be in the national team because we are looking for bigger players. But the coach like Dixon, he's one of the fan favorite, and especially a national stadium crowd favorite as well. So the coach cannot bring in every single player that is playing well. I wanted to see Flemo. When I heard you guys was calling for Ravel, and I heard that Flemo was in the top league while Ravel was in the third tier doing the same. Flemo was doing the same thing as Ravel, and I was saying, why call for Ravel when you have a man in 2 leagues above him doing the same thing, and you guys not mentioning his name? But then again, the coach is the coach, and we have to respect the coach's choices. Not every player, even those doing well, will get called up. Furthermore, I need to remind the Jamaican public that some of our favorite players aren't going to the World Cup. Some of these men in the 26 squad will be replaced by better players by March, and they won't make it to the World Cup. All right? So that's just the nature of football.
Run it.
Are limited. But we're looking in the middle of the park. There's no out and out number 10 and creative player that if we want to, create something for us. Casey Palmer is out based on injury. Had some good game in the last week, but how are we going to create in that year without an out and out number 10?
All right. So the favorite question at Tycoon. Are you ask a question? Tycoon. Who ask a question? Unseen this? Tycoon, are you saying unseen that question? You see people, what are the question them that got asked? The number 10 with Tycoon there. Tycoon, are you ask a question at all? It's a Tycoon question and a Issa Allen question. Ready? Run it, I could hear what I'm saying.
I think one of the things that we did in the Unity Cup, and I don't have it off the top of my head, but I think we scored quite a few goals in the Unity Cup. We were struggling, I agree. We talked about that against St. Vincent, and we improved in terms of our chances. In the summer, we improved in the Unity Cup. In Guatemala, we scored 3 goals at home, and we scored even in the Gold Cup. In the World Cup qualifiers so far, we've scored 10 goals. So we have players who can create, and we've got players who can score. We need to keep that going. So that's something we've always look towards, and we've got players with speed, individual talent and ability that can create things from nothing, so we hope that will work in the next 2 games.
Is there anything on standby?
When you hear that, when you hear the style of play, I'm like, I'm not listen, so I'm not listen. When you hear the style of play, when you hear
what will be the style of play? Fling it to the wingers for them to use them individual brilliance, create. And I mean say so. I quote say so. So you could have tired that's the style of play. Counter attacking football. Don't be surprised when you see three at the back. And that's some counter attacking football. Don't be surprised. I quote say so.
Yeah, there's a lot on standby, but I can't name them at the present moment. As I said, I'd love to bring 30 in, but they will be on standby, and we have crossed fingers today and tomorrow that every player comes through.
Thanks, Trevante. Matthew?
Good morning, Simon. Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
Matthew McDonough from McDonough Sports. Coach, generally, when selecting a squad, how do you weigh a player's club form and minutes against their performances in the national team? And are there any specific data points that you generally rely on to make this selection? And which factor ultimately carries the most weight for you? And also, has that differed in this selection, given that this is the final round of qualifying?
Yeah, that's a good question, and you're right, we go on many things. We go on the eye and what we see for the club and what they produce for Jamaica. And I've known plenty of players who, you know, when I worked with England, you know, they gave different performances.
Yo, the man go for England right now, people. The man say, yo, I work with England. What you, yo, listen.
For England than they did for their club, and sometimes.
The man say some man a club baller and some man a country baller. I want to listen to this.
Different performances for their club than they did with England, and you have to weigh that up. That's called experience. And
We might talk. Harry Maguire.
I don't know how we might talk. You know. The man a make a noise with someone a club baller.
Harry Maguire might talk, man.
Yo, yeah, coach.
and on the big stage, and when you have to deliver.
Yo, so it cut off right there, so I would think not much did left. I think not much left. But that. Anyways, may I just do this and then we can round up. So
Well, King, like I said,
yeah.
Mr. Speed came on your show and he said Jamaica is a country where they play pretty football. Kick it long.
No. And that him say, hold on. Him say, King, what is Jamaica's number one attributes? I'ma say, speed. The man say, yes, that's what we're known for. Yeah, continue. I'm just tell you what him say. The man, him did ask me in a tycoon, and I say, wow, we number one strength, and then him say speed. So as you say, I just the man then speed. Yeah.
Kick it long, like see first run it down and you know.
Yeah, man, now forget you see. But here's my thing.
Cavalier style of play, the advice and the thing right now. So here we're going now, Steve. We don't want no attacking midfielder. So here we're going defensive, good and you know, if I don't King just kick it long and see if I run it down and you know, the thing go already. So that's a go on.
And that's it.
No man.
I will support.
Bobby going to come for the ball, Tycoon.
I will support.
No Tycoon. Bobby will go for the ball.
You still come over here and talk about people don't want Dixie in the team because Dixie they are League 2. That's a lie. All of us was saying.
Tycoon. Yeah, bring that up on we, but we're not here. We're not say that over here. You must say that
no, he mentioned that earlier that we don't want Dixie in the team because he play League 2. Everybody was saying we want Dixie to get a more playing time at his club where he at. But we see that Charlton wasn't giving him the opportunity like we wanted to for him to develop his game. So we said if he can get a loan, that would be great
Tycoon,
for him in his development.
Tycoon, you're getting it wrong.
No.
I'm just explaining. No, I'm explaining.
Hold on.
Let her finish, Tycoon. Let her explain to you because you're getting me wrong.
Well, let me finish. Respect me finish now, brother.
Yeah, but you start wrong.
Let me finish. Just like we said now, we want if Whisper don't get into Chelsea first team, it will be great for him to go on a loan and get a different team and get playing time. We all love Whisper, we all love Dixie. Nobody's saying that they don't deserve to be in Jamaican team. So don't come try to use that to paint the broad brush around things.
Let me explain to you what I said, Tycoon. All right, listen and listen well.
He's a part of Ravel who's this, but the man what?
When I'm speaking, you have to listen well, you know, Tycoon, because it will fly over your head. I said that the coach as his favorite players. That's why I made the point with Dixon that Dixon was one of the coach's favorite player. That was only it I was making, nothing more. Nothing more. So please don't get me misunderstood, please.
Well, you should have just said that. You didn't say that at first. You
That's
should have
what
just
I
make it
said,
short
sir.
and spicy like what you just said.
No, man, your attention span short.
We ain't beat around the bushes, we ain't stop beating around the bushes, we ain't.
No,
Cool,
we're not
man,
the
easy
bushes,
now,
sir. We're not the St. Elizabeth. We're not
But
the
yeah,
bushes.
we have Jeremy. Big up St. Elizabeth. I got you. We have Jeremy and we have Flavor Max. Flavor Max, welcome to the show again. Flavor Max, whenever you're not talk, you can mute your mic. Even though I'm not get a feedback from you. What go on, Flavor Max? What say you? We are going with?
Big up yourself. Good night to everybody listening. But there, listen to the show. I want to big up Wayne, because I don't know if I Wayne. Wayne was on the panel the other night. I was listening to him. I kick back and I relax and I listen. And I tell a lie. I was entertained and
Flavor Max, me there, Tino. Me there, Flavor Max. You forward on the show and say big up Tycoon, big up Issa.
Man, no one hear from me and you are Wayne.
Because you want to come now. Me hear you tell Ryan but put Maggie in a team and for run with Ravel, you know. So you want big up Wayne because Wayne a step on Ravel shows this. When he is up off a man shows this, but the one who want to change. So talk now, Flavor Max.
Flavor Max, hold on. Stick one pin right there. Flavor Max, can you believe say 71 likes step on the video? You can't believe how the people them deal with Flavor Max. Oh, them,
like up the line. Because no, like up the line, big show. You know,
got you, Flavor
Max, I'm a virgin still.
But as I was saying though, Wayne, and this is serious. Within the conversation, Tycoon was on the panel. Obviously, BallPreetV was on the channel. And I think Dan was on the panel. And from a listener's point of view, he was schooling you all. Tycoon, the man was asking you some question and you there dodge. You was like West Indies team playing against spin bowlers. You never have a clue. I am telling you.
Which question we asked me last week about, right?
You know me rate you. But from a listener's point of view, I was listening to the program like a listener. And you was making your point, and he was asking you some question. You weren't answering the questions. You were dodging the questions. You know? But big up yourself, Tycoon.
No, he asked me when I see Ravel play because the last time he saw Ravel belly was big. And I'm telling him that he lying. Ravel played 5 preseason games. And he played 1 game for his club and the season just started. Ravel is consuming well and he's working out well. And also, he had 5 preseason games. That's what I told him. He never watched Ravel play a game for the last maybe 2 years or so. He just making statement about the player and don't know.
I saw Ravel in Unity Cup, sir. I saw Ravel in Unity Cup.
And you said the player belly was big, and that was not the case.
You understand?
We don't want to review that show. It was a nice show, but we don't want to review it. I want to talk about no. I just wanted to say that just to big him up because it's the first I was really listening to him in that capacity. So I give him the man the big
respect, Flavor Max. Respect every time.
Right. No.
Flavor Max, how we a cheerleader boy a Flavor Max? Now you come here with pom pom.
Flavor Max, Flavor man deserve applause. I'll give him the applause.
No, because Flavor Max have the narrative go on every channel. Don't want Ravel in Jamaica team. He want a Maggie that cannot make a more pleasant.
Hold on. Tycoon. To be fair to Flavor Max, allow him to say that. Allow him to say that over here and then we'll bust him place over here. What I don't want is that. When the man them say elsewhere, we bust them lace over here where them say elsewhere. Make them say it over here so we can bust them lace over here too.
What I want to say, okay, because the people on the panel, I want to do it in a sequence. What I want to say though, I want to speak on the selection of the strikers. Because I said this on Ryan show, and everything that the coach said last night and the night before, I explained all of this. I can see, yes, Trevante Stewart is having a good patch. Okay, fine. But sometimes a good patch can come at a wrong time for a player in any sports. And it so happened that he's having a good patch at a time when we have 4 strikers that the coach have good reasons to pick those 4 strikers. Because I listened to him list out the reasons for his selection. And I don't see anything wrong with those reasons, though. I don't see
Flavor
anything wrong
Max,
with those reasons. Now,
Flavor
I will
Max,
ask the panel, who would you drop? Out of the 4 strikers,
Flavor
who
Max,
would
you're
you
saying the
drop?
coach give you a good reason. None of the reason what the coach say is not good. Maybe there is reason, which is fine, but they're not good reasons.
They
They're
are
not
good
good
enough.
reasons.
Okay. So, Issa, so I want to ask you, out of the 4 strikers, because 4 strikers is a lot.
Right?
So, out of the 4 strikers, who do you drop for Trevante Stewart? And why?
I think the odd man out right now would be
Warner Brown.
Warner Brown.
Okay. All right, fine. Fine. But you heard what
That's
he
an
said about
easy pick.
Warner Brown.
That's an easy pick, Flavor Max. That one is easy, Flavor Max. That
No,
one
no,
is
no,
easy.
yeah. No, I would probably drop Warner Brown too, you know. But to be fair to the coach, he said when selected, when given the chance, and it is true, he scored some crucial goals for us. And he's
That's a
familiar with
fact.
his wait, and he's familiar with his game. Now, what I realize about this this squad, you know, this squad is telling a story. And you know what story it is telling?
Why
The
story?
coach
What's the story?
going to, it is at the nitty gritty where the coach want to wrap up his selection of players. The coach want to say these are the players that I trust and these are the players that I am going to work with. Unless you are playing at the highest level, it's gonna be difficult for you to break into this team. And that is the story that this this squad is telling. Go
You're
ahead.
not wrong enough, Flavor Max. You're not wrong at all. But
Yeah,
I'm
man.
saying though,
Solid
like
point. Solid point. Solid point.
he to me though, he run into problems when he picks the squad that way, Flavor Max. And you see it and you say it, but the only reason why I agree with it, it's because you understand the reasoning behind the coach selection. But you actually know him, he runs into a lot of problems when he picks the squad this way. Him contradict himself a whole lot of time. To them say you have to pick them when they're hot. Like the hottest striker right now is Trevante Stewart and them can't get picked over guys that are doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Flavor Max?
One
So,
question. One
yeah, go
question.
ahead, Will.
Is there any squad in the world, any team, any country that ever been picked and it don't have a question surrounding a selection or maybe a few selections?
You're not going to get that. But when you understand, how the selection criteria is, then, it's easier to understand. I have an issue with how this coach is using him say him using guts, him use sometimes him use stats, and what sometimes he use what the players do for their country. Those when you say use of guts and all, it's like I don't know if for some backyard team I'm a pick, but in the professional world where in 2025 where things are so data driven, you can't go say stuff like that.
Right, good answer. Now take it to your club team. Which club do you support?
Chelsea.
Isn't there a few players in Chelsea 11 every given Saturday and Sunday that you might prefer a different player to be in the starting 11?
For the most part, it's probably one or two. But I mean, a lot
So
of times,
so that's
go
what I'm
ahead.
saying, that you will always have those issues. You will all
Continuing.
we will always, you're not hearing? I'm saying we will always have a few players within, whether the starting 11 or the squad, who person's going to say that another player should be there. As I mentioned before, Trevante Stewart is coming from about 3 continents away. It will be difficult for you to bring in Stewart and treat him like a Brown, because Warner Brown, it's high possibility that Warner Brown will not make the match day squad for maybe 1 or 2 of these matches. Same thing might be with angling. They might not be in the 23. Do you want Trevante to come and not be in the 23?
No, I was thinking, well, it's probably because you're right, because if the coach pick him now, he probably don't get a game.
And that would be so unfair for you to bring him from his club, bring him all the way from Israel, and to bring him here, and you don't play him. That is really unfair. And even look at Adujan Whisper the last match where he came on in Curacao. Remember, he didn't get a chance to train because he came in late into camp, as well as he was coming off an injury, which everyone assumes that he wouldn't play.
So, yeah,
However,
continue.
the fact
My
that the coach,
problem.
yeah, go ahead, Tycoon.
My problem with the forward selection, right? And I would say that out of all the forwards, different from Burrell, I just think Trevante Stewart performing better than all of them. Bailey Kadamachi and everybody else. I think he is performing. So if you have to sacrifice a player to let Trevante, you know what I mean, get his chance, I would do it. I would go out on a limb and say, you know what, guess what? We're not gonna bring him because we don't have the money, because he's too far for us to bring him. He's the hottest striker available to us.
No, we're not talking about don't bring him in. I'm saying you're going to bring him and don't play him.
Don't play him. Yeah, a solid reason.
Why you think you want to play him?
Because they're not going to play Warner Brown.
So hold on. They
might not play Warner Brown.
Wait, we gonna follow that.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
So last time Burrell found in at, I remember Burrell didn't even get a minute. You remember that as well. So we had on to a point. So now here's the thing I'm here to address this. So look what I'm gonna say. I think the player with me would have there, because none of us could have predicted Warner Brown to be in the squad. And the reason why I'm gonna say this is not because Warner Brown not good enough. Let me make this clear. Warner Brown record speak for itself. And the coach seemed to like Warner Brown, and Warner Brown go out there and have him numbers to speak for themselves. However, me have to say this. The reason why me did say Warner Brown is because me think say Warner Brown just a forward back. And the last time I see a player, me not think say him ready, him shut me up. And that player was Whisper the whole of week, there say. But Whisper come back too early. I will see Whisper performance against Bermuda in our last game. So we might think that the player them not fit enough and them not ready. But the coach them would have all that details already. And if the coach rate Warner Brown, the coach I want as him fit, him gonna fling him in there, and that seems to be the case. It's just probably bad timing. And again, there might be some deeper with Trevante. I think that is what Tycoon getting at, to say that if there's an issue with this player, because I think somebody they asked in their last press conference to say that if there's an issue with the player, them not gonna answer that straight up. But if there's an issue with this player, a personal issue with the player, I think at that Tycoon really wants to point out to say maybe there's an issue with the player, because especially in the last squad Wayne, and there's nothing you can do for go around this. The last squad picking Seymour Reid over Trivante Stewart, that alone speaks volume. And again, I understand the context we're just putting in as to say that it's probably easier to fly in a Seymour Reid and don't pick him in the squad, which that exactly what happened. Seymour Reid didn't even make one of the match day squad. Then bring in a Trevante Stewart and don't bring him in one of the match day squad, them understand, and that makes perfect sense. So that makes perfect sense to underline there if all four strikers not gonna do. But me honestly believe this time, based on what the coach said, based on what the team structure, I think there will be, especially if I don't even want to say this, but come now and put this in the universe, but just in case we don't get the perfect result against Trinidad and Tobago, and we need to get 3 points definitely at home against Curacao, you might end up see two strikers being started. You might end up just see two strikers a start and two on the bench. So in that case, when you're gonna need the striker them on all hands on deck, I guess the coach go with what as him say, who him know and who him can trust. And I said it come down to so as much as you might not like something, you know, the greatest thing is for understand it, you know. So as much as me might not agree, me might not like it if it was up to me, me that probably bring Trivante and me that probably left one if I say one and just come back because he has been out injured. But of course, get rational, it might sound like politician, but if I that a feel rational because him know and trust a one bro and him not know Trivante for work with him as yet. We can't beat him, and as what Wayne said, I know Wayne, Flavor Max actually said this squad speaks a lot about the coach because him really go with tried and tested. A straight tried and tested him go with. Or the only yeah.
I have a huge problem with that.
Tried and
I have
tested.
I have a huge problem because when players are performing, bro, what is the incentive for performing well? What is the incentive? Please tell me.
So the incentive is to get selection, which is right, right? So the incentive
what
to
are you,
perform well is to get selection.
So when players are performing well and they can't get and you look at people that are getting called, people that are doing absolutely nothing and getting called king, it
Why
sends
you
the
say absolutely nothing? No. Who is doing
Bowser
absolutely
is
nothing?
doing absolutely nothing at his club.
Who?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Bowser is
but
on
Bowser put
TikTok.
on
Bowser is
Bowser
on
put on the
TikTok
black,
more
gold,
than
and
out in
green.
on the pitch. Bowser is on TikTok more than out in the on pitch for in club.
I don't think
Warner
they're
Brown
serious
must have
about it.
played 2 games
Kind of
recently.
fierce.
What do you mean that not
Issa,
fair? Bowser is doing absolutely nothing, bro. Nothing
oh,
is not doing. Nothing.
At
okay,
club
No,
level.
nothing.
Issa,
You understand?
yes, Issa,
Warner Brown
that's
just a
right,
come back
that's
from
right.
injury and come back in the squad. So as
Okay,
more,
but
you guys are rewarding mediocrity. There's
So
no
all
incentive for
right. So hold on,
performing.
Issa.
There
Hold
is
on,
no
hold on, hold on, hold
incentive
on, hold
for
on, hold on.
performing well. Are you
Issa,
sending the wrong message, bro?
Issa. Let's talk about
No
rewarding
standard,
mediocrity.
Issa.
Hold on. Make ash this out. Right, that's right now.
When they
And
ask
just
two king,
hold on. Bigger than that,
when they
flavor.
ask two king, why Phil
Flavor.
Foden
Hold
not in the
on.
team or Jude Bellingham?
Hold on, tycoon, bigger than that, please. Come on, allow no. I'm make a player. Me not even a play. Make a ash it out right so. Trevante Stewart made the last squad. The last squad that Trevante Stewart made. You know how he made that squad there on the back of being the leading goal scorer in the Premier League. Hot forward. When him get him chance, Trevante Stewart, me the stadium, I know son at me know the excuse them and more to Trevante Stewart back in the state, in the squad. But Trevante Stewart get him chance in the national state team and him shit him brief. I'm gonna tell you this straight. So when I talk about standards, you see when Warner Brown get him chance in the national team, you know what Warner Brown do? Cut short, bag goals. So me don't know what kind of standard you know. What do you mean by standards now? When Shamar put on the black, gold and green, you know what Shamar do? Bag goals. You know when time Bill Calamarch put on the black, gold and green? Bag goals. What are you talking about? So if you can use standard, you can use standard to say when that man put on the black, gold and green, him never bag goals.
King cut the crap. The coach himself said today. The coach himself said time out today say he had issues with Shamar. Shamar get dropped from the team. Shamar went away to him club, did nothing and get called back. Not one thing he do and the coach call him back. I don't know why the coach call him back, but the coach call him back. I guess them said he is the top goal scorer against Caribbean teams. So I guess that's the that's why him little leverage right having at the bank. Yes.
Issa, you know, all right. You know, if you see
Flavor Max, take peace, Flavor, take peace.
yeah, what I would say to you, you said him get called back. At the time when Bowser get called back, you know, him get called back because we really never have any choice. Who was out there? We were thin in that area, you know. Antonio met in an accident. Who was there? I don't think Calamar Bailey came in at that time. We were thin. So
Right.
he got selected based on the squad being thin. And even when he got selected, he was on the bench. And
Right,
then
he ended up on the bench, you're right.
yes, then he getting chance. And rightfully so, he did look good against Curacao when he came on. And he looked good against Bermuda. And he got selected RPGs of those two performances. And let's not forget, this is the same Boza who had very good performances before this under his belt. So I think he got selected based on merit, and his selection is justifiable, 100%. No,
So
no,
Bowser,
no. Mm-hmm.
Bowser never met the squad when him never play for him team. Bowser met back the squad when him start play for him team and start score goal. Remember that good Issa man. Issa member good no man. Remember say Bowser did
Start
get
score
dropped from
kind
the
of goal for
team.
which team, man.
Alright,
King,
alright. You know what
don't do
me I
that,
do?
man.
Alright,
Don't do that, man. Don't do
come
that,
go for the
man. Don't do
fox.
that, man.
Come go for the
Don't do
fox.
that,
Come.
man.
What reason? What the fox? What the fox? Stay the fox. What the
How
fox?
much goal Bowser score for his season? One?
Sure. I don't know if
What
King
the
could have tell me
fox?
full this sport
Virgin.
and get called up with him.
Bowser, my
Virgin,
baller, my
Virgin,
ball
Virgin,
here, bro.
Virgin,
Flavor Max
A
already explained it,
BVI,
bro.
when we score
Flavor
20
Yes.
against them.
explained it. The
Mm-hmm.
squad was thin and didn't get picked. Because when him get dropped, he was
Mm-hmm.
rightly to be dropped. When him get called back, he was
Yeah.
doing nothing to get called back. The squad did thin. And even when he came back, he was on the bench, bro.
Alright, so let's do this again. See it up on screen. Let's start the fox. Say it up on screen the fox. Which game Bowser get dropped for? I make sure find the game them Bowser get dropped. May I
Gold
find
Cup,
the right game.
King, Gold Cup. He got dropped for the Gold Cup.
Him get dropped for the Gold Cup. So the whole of Yassa, when was the Gold Cup? So the last game Bowser play was Jamaica versus St. Vincent. So the whole of Gold Cup right there, so when he was on the bench and getting less minutes, him get dropped. Bowser get called back to the team on the back of playing. He was on the bench for the two previous games. 70 minutes, 28 minutes, 61 minutes, 90 minutes, 80 minutes, 60 minutes, and 72 minutes. Yeah. So him get called back to the team. No goals not there. No goals not there. Team club, but constant minutes there. Him get dropped for the Gold Cup, and the coach did say because him not play no minutes I'm club. So come again, Issa. Can be that play now. Him never that score, but him that play. And it clear so the coach and make you know say a player like Bowser doesn't need to be scoring goals at him club. I think Al Green say the same thing, you know. Grimmy said when Bowser put on that black goal and green, him transform. And Grimmy comes say the same thing. And now the coach said the same thing. You can't knock him for that, bro. Them have some players with them trust. Issa, them have some players with them trust. You see me? So it's not that the ball never that play. The ball either play and some players them just want to know so that ball is playing and that ball is fit and getting minutes. No, you're right. In minutes them not look so good at him club. But guess what now? Him put on the black, gold and green and him show when he can do back to back what you call it?
Bowser score against Bermuda twice.
And what? So you don't need somebody to
So
score
I'm
the
gonna
goal
make it look
against
like
Bermuda.
don't
Yo,
make it
yo,
look
yo,
like a
yo, yo, yo.
Argentina I'm a
Don't do
player and
that.
score,
Don't do
bro.
that.
Come
No, no,
on,
no, no,
man.
no, no, no. Bermuda is who you have to play. What you mean by Bermuda twice? Who else we have play? Let me tell you this. You need flat track bullies out there as well. You see flat track. Which team you support? Let me tell you something. You have some players when them a flat track bully, I think them a flat track bully, but them have them use. When you play against certain team, you need the flat track bullies them for out there to get the job done. You don't want to go up against them team there. And you don't have the flat track bullies them to bully them. So a flat track bully has his use as well. Issa Allen with the lazy narrative. The made a narrative there around the place, you know. But it's just Bermuda.
Which lazy narrative, bro?
Make,
You talk
make,
like, bro, anyone that
make,
power them
make
could
we
have
a play
scored against
against
Bermuda, bro.
make we a play against Bermuda and nobody not
We
score
give
the goal.
Bermuda in our yard,
So
bro.
make we a
But
play
do not
against
do that,
Bermuda and
bro.
nobody not score the
Now say,
goal.
oh yes, he look good. Look
King
good,
and
like,
Issa. King and
come
Issa,
on,
you
bro.
have
Let's
to
stop that, man.
Bro, both
Issa.
have two best goal them against Canada. Live rent
King,
free in my memory.
King, you guys are missing a fact, you know, King.
Yeah,
King and Issa are missing the fact that
I'm calm,
the World Cup qualifying didn't start in the last final round that we are a part of now. The World Cup qualifiers start with several rounds before. And if you should do a tally of who have the most goals for those qualifiers, not just this last round. Yes, Boza does have most goals for this last round, which is 2 goals, but he also had add other goals which make him the overall goal scorer in World Cup qualifiers for this campaign, which is 5 goals. So it's not just for these last final round. but he has been doing well ever since. So it's a no-brainer, as I said. Boza will be, based on his work that he have done over the years and his experience, he will be one of the first striker on the team sheet. Not not to say that he will start every game, because we know the coach, we know Brown was on fire before.
Wayne, let me say, me not think we didn't need Bowser to beat Bermuda, Wayne. When we didn't need Bowser was when Bowser come off at basically the reason why Bowser in the squad there is the very reason he came off the bench in the Curacao game and get them 2 chances and push it. That's where I want to see Bowser. That's when we want Bowser show up. I don't want Bowser scoring a 4-0 win versus Bermuda, and we don't need Bowser to beat Bermuda.
Yeah, but listen how
You
the
hear me I tell
football
you,
work,
Wayne?
Issa.
You hear me I tell you, Wayne?
Wait,
Me
Issa.
say, I
Just a
want to
second,
see
Issa.
Bowser when he come off of the
Um,
bench against Curacao and get them 2 chances. At that time,
all
then we
right,
did want to
just
see
a
him, not
second, Issa.
versus Bermuda.
All right, Issa. When a big team, a USA, a Argentina, a Brazil, when the confidence is down within the team and the team need morale and boots in confidence, what the federation, the coaches normally do to boost their confidence? You see if you have study football. Issa, you know.
Give
Help
them
him, no
lower,
king.
lower opponents. Lower opponents.
Wonderful, wonderful. So it's simple mean that we cannot just call Bosa when we believe we need expertise and Bosa to just come and
Sorry, me
wave
did
his
a deal with
magic
a
wand.
customer, Wayne. I'm saying Wayne. I mean, how you misinterpret what I say. As me
My
like, I say,
answer him fair,
okay.
Issa. I tell him lower opponent. My answer him fair.
But
Go ahead.
I'm saying Wayne, the caliber of player that Bowser are supposed to be is not that we need him to beat a Bermuda, but show up in the Curacao game when they come off of the bench with the experience and put away those 2 chances. That's
I
when we
I
need you to show
I,
me.
I
Because I
agree
never,
with it, Issa.
you see, I never have a problem with it in the squad prior to that window, you know. But after that window, I wanted to see you come on out because I know the reason why they pick you is for that very reason. When they need experience, in that Curacao game, you come off the bench,
Yeah, but
that's when the
yeah, but
team
when
needed you.
yeah, but you're contradicting yourself because when he came off the bench, that's when we start to play and we look good. And
And I'm saying, and I said, what me want to see him do the 2 chances when he get, then they should have scored. Easy,
yeah, but
easy chance.
the best in the world miss easy chances too. So that's a non-factor. The best in the world will miss chances. But the
So
fact of the matter is, when he came on, we look a different team. And that's why they picked him. And he did prove his word, prove his value. And then he transferred that and continued. He got the start. And he
I
proved himself
mean,
in the game.
I cannot agree to the fact that he proved his value against Bermuda, bro. We blow them away 4-0. I cannot agree to that. But if that's what
Okay.
you hold, you can hold. But I cannot agree to that.
Yeah, but
So Issa, uh, just a second, Flavor Max. So what happened to all right, he scored 2 goals consecutively against Bermuda. So what happened to his other 20 goals? If you're just mentioning about Bermuda, like that is worth.
yeah, the
Come on.
Canada double. What happened to the Canada double?
Bossman, may I talk about what happened right now. I don't want to hear about Canada. When do we how long 2 years ago, 3 years ago, may I talk about right
But
now.
right now, I gave you the stats, Issa. Right now, he's the leading goal scorer in World Cup qualifiers, including this final round in which he didn't start. He didn't. He didn't start. All right. So that's
But
So,
thing.
with all fairness, yeah, my love with the Bowser the first over the year. But I think Bowser had dropped some farm, and we I could admit it. And I think BV and Grenada, they're way worse than Bermuda, to be honest. And in that game, when Dixie score and Bowser score, we are on the winning play for the co-pastor. Bowser get about 20 goals for score and kick all of them away. But yes, he did score 2 goals. You know what I mean? And I would say, do Bowser deserve a call up now? Yes, he deserve a call up. You know what I mean? But Bowser, I forget him fit this up, and I don't really think because he needs even Steve that he's playing right now in Mexico. Bowser don't even make in the match card. And that's really bad for our top striker not making the match card. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Issa having a problem with Bowser. It's just that Issa looking for more from Bowser, to be honest. Even myself.
Yeah.
I looking for more from Bowser because...
And I'm saying, and I will ask a question.
You hear what the coach said? Do you think Bowser is the best striker in the region?
In Tycoon?
And if my best striker not making his club match card, I have a problem with that. You know what I mean? But yes, when he come to Jamaica, he going to show some form of vibe on the field to say from the coach what he likes. You know what I mean? But we really want more from Bowser, to be honest. And nobody hate Bowser, and I don't think Issa really talking negative about Bowser. I don't think Issa want more from the player.
We need the fact of the matter is we need more from all of our players because none of our players are setting the world on fire. Not one. Call him.
Burrell.
All the players that are playing at the highest.
Trevante Stewart.
All the players.
Trevante Stewart. Daniel Johnson.
All the players.
They're scoring and performing.
Wait. Because we're not talking to winning. I'm not talking to winning.
Nah,
the players. Wait. The players that played.
Ask me a question, and I'm giving you the answer to the question that you asked.
Let me talk. Then you talk now. The players that played for Jamaica, right? In the Jamaica games, the games that they have played for Jamaica, which one of them set the world on fire? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, for Jamaica.
Playing for Jamaica. Who set the world on fire? So the fact of the matter is, we need more, and I stress the word more, from all of our players when playing for Jamaica. You can see.
I agree. I 100% agree with you with that. I cannot take nothing away on what you just said a while ago. I want all my players to play to the standard that we hold them at. We can afford to be the best team on paper, and we are not producing, and that bothers me a lot.
So the comment here from Phantom, you have to take a time to read it because Phantom said, King, remember Warner Brown was out due to injury, not non-performance. It is natural for a coach to reintroduce a player after injury. And one I think one did realize is that Warner Brown was the coach starting centre forward, before injury, if memory not serve me right. So Warner Brown, the coach, had actually starting. So now you see it's a reasoning again, carry weight, might make some good point. But what are we arguing against? Because when you ever say Shamar scores goals against weaker opposition and him a flat track bully basically, we have to also take into consideration that Trivante probably only get one game on the double sub game. But I'm pretty sure say if Trivante did grab that game with him 2-1s, would they have a different reasoning. So, and again, if we were talking about a player that is not a flat track bully, a player that has come out there and got his chance and dominated, the argument would have hold more weight.
But he didn't even, to be honest, Trevante didn't even get a lot of playing time. And as I said, the whole team played bad that morning. Because we all remember the big rainfall that fall.
All right,
and we all remember that Bailey kicked out you guys. We all remember
Is it possible for Trevante Stewart to make the World Cup team?
Yeah. He keep on performing, of course.
Most so what are we worried?
It's unlikely.
I don't see it as highly unlikely.
Because he was performing last season and we go through bad spells with players not scoring and the coach complained about that and we still haven't seen him getting in the call-up. This season also he continue performing and we still can see he getting a call-up.
Majority of us still believe that there is a possibility that he will make the World Cup team.
Let me add this to you. You know, when Trivante go get a chance, when they qualify for the World Cup, and we have the friendlies, them and them thing there, coach will call him up, look upon him, but you know what is going to be deciding factor? What the coach always go back to. Who him trust and who him know, brother.
No, I don't believe that.
So you don't feel him call him up for friendlies and him score some goal.
Just watch.
And him back. You don't feel like the coach are using
him. Remember
King,
today.
I am the one who believe that there will be at least 10 new players going to the World Cup. So at least 10 of these players at least 10 of these players won't make it to the World Cup.
Gents, we have a new ball. Give him a knock off for your ball.
I don't think so, Wayne.
I mean, same one, man. Jeremy said one, man.
Jeremy, go change your name and come back.
Before making it up, Wayne, let me answer that question. Yes, I think Trevante have a chance, but not just Trevante. I still think McGee and even Ravel Morrison have a chance. I still think so. I don't think the door is closed. But but those two names at this point have to kick down the door. If you're not kick down the door, you can't get in. So anybody who decides to kick down the door can get in. It's up to them.
I'm Flavor Max.
I heard the Flavor Max. And we did expect you to say Maggie Flavor Max.
No, I have a problem again.
No, I don't know. I know why I say Maggie. You know why I say Maggie? You know why I say Maggie? Because I still think that position need at least one player. And that's why I said both Ravel and Maggie, because we don't want the Ravel church tumble for me. So I still think we are short at least one player in that position. So anybody who put up their hand and kick down the door, I think they can get in.
Flavor Max, why anybody have to kick down the door? And then you just said none of the player them now set the world alight, bro. Like we can't get it, bro. Like 6 hours after the other. Why on earth they have to kick down the door for people that are being mediocre? Like make it make sense. Please, Flavor.
Yeah, because right now, Palmer is ahead of you have to look at the position for position, Certain position is easier to come in. Some certain position you just have to kick it up. And you have to understand Maggie getting chance before, Ravel getting chance before. So if he's gonna revisit certain players, he can revisit with just for people who get in minutes, or just for people who just get in a few games. You have to do something. And I think Palmer is ahead of them. So for them to replace him or join him, you have to do something. You have to kick down the door, man. You can't just get minutes.
Well, Trevante kick down the door right now. Bad.
Issa, hear this question, Issa. Any one of you guys can answer. All of you guys can answer. Do you, as a baller, would you prefer to be included in the World Cup squad without have to play qualifiers that you could injure yourself and possible lose a contract, possible have to start over with fitness, possible don't make back the team, but get selected for the World Cup squad? What do you think there? I'm saying if you can bypass World Cup qualifiers, get selected, what would you want? Just like what a Mason Greenwood or the other persons will be doing.
No, it's different. Mason Greenwood is different. Other players have to play.
I know Mason Greenwood different, but I'm just saying some players we might be here fighting for them while really and truly they don't want to come to risk getting injured and they lose the form that they are on.
From your performing at your club and Jamaica call you and you're interested in forward, I will accept it with all with my arms. But then again, to your question where you ask, I think all players, the Trevante Stewart, they want to play for their country. And a lot of other players who cannot get a call up, they want to play for their country. A young Tyrese, he want to play for Jamaica. I know that for sure. No man have to tell me that. I know that for sure. And if people in the federation hear me attack, them know that for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So why Damarai Gray left Jamaica the last window and went straight into Birmingham to play on the basis that he was injured?
If Jamaica don't have the right equipment and the right doctors to when certain players get hurt and certain scan machine, they got to go back to their clubs to get the right treatment. That is what we don't have.
I want to ask Wayne if Wayne thinks say Demarai Gray decides saying if you go back to Birmingham. The
The
club,
player have a
brother.
contract. So if he's not fit enough to play, why would you just sit on the bench or just
No,
sit around doing nothing when
no,
he can go
I'm
back
just
and
simply
fix the
making the point,
situation?
guys. I'm just simply
No.
making the point that
So to
not being
your question that you
selected,
asked,
not
to your
oh go
question
ahead.
to your question that you asked, I think players like Trevante Stewart, Daniel Johnson, and every other else player want the call up and want to represent for the country and represent the badge proudly.
Tycoon, may I knock off a ball, right? Yes. Right, that's the true pass. So, as I said, Daniel Johnson, Tyrese Hall, Trivante Stewart. In my opinion, I agree with you. These are some players we want to represent. But what's the difference between those players that wants to represent and other players like a Junior Flemings where come out publicly and want to represent who else? Just name some other players. Players they out there will want to represent. Everybody wants to represent.
King,
So what's the deciding factor?
we all know we don't control what the coach do or what the federation do, but we know, to me, certain players have blackball on the names, and they even as Alvas Powell.
Yeah.
You know, saying to himself, yes, he would want to play back for Jamaica, and a lot of players out there still want to represent for their country, and every player just want to come to a World Cup. Players really want to represent for their country. So if I want to represent for my country and I'm performing at the highest level, playing for my club, give me the opportunity to represent for my country. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
It's simple as that, bro.
Yeah, the players them do for them part still, but again, rough. Cause me did I try use
like I said, King, the other day, everybody was out, and I hear it, and I even go on other channels that I don't even think I would even go on just to defend Burrell. People were saying, Burrell, them man they can't get one a chance for Jamaica. Yo, such man they come on the channel where they come to the interview, say the man no good. A man with power with him said that, over next channel, I have to go over there, go defend Burrell, And look at today now.
So Tycoon, so Jordan Henderson has been making England squad all along, and every time Jordan Henderson, probably know when people say him still a road down him back to England, them stop pressure. But yeah, sometimes you have some players like that. I feel like the coach have some foot soldiers where him just thinks them soldier they wants them fit, wants them a play, he might go for them. And ironically enough, I think one of them foot soldier there is a man like Michael Antonio, If you lucky say Michael Antonio they play some ball, Because when they are beat up on the government. If you don't understand that's a foot soldier, you have something named foot soldier. And every coach have them foot soldier with them can't believe in it. You see me? And me understand that part. That's why I'm not too when I see the foot soldier them in the team, I just know say alright then here's a foot soldier. You see me? I think we can name the foot soldier them for McLaren. Lati body here. Look for Lati injured again. As long as the man fit, he's back in the team because that's a soldier when we think McLaren think him can depend on. And not only McLaren. Grimmy was the same thing. I think Shamar is a foot soldier for him. Damien Nanalo a foot soldier. You just have some ballers where you feel like say, if war go on tomorrow, them man they not back down there, you can sure say them man they go run through what. You see me? Just like me have some foot soldier. You see me? I know say if it come to the test, me can show out a Dan, me can show out a Jordan, me can show out a Tycoon, me can show out a Fire. Me don't know about Issa Allen yet. You see me?
Yeah, the truth now, King, is I wouldn't call it foot soldier, because listen what happened. It is a loyalty to some extent. I can tell you years gone by, we saved Miriapa career until he was about 35. Where every time Miriapa was out of a club from he was 30, we gave him a call up and he got back into a club. We did it to Michael Hector a few times. So the thing is, when these players came and they represent Jamaica, that is what JFF and the coaching staff choose to do for them, to try and help them out, so to speak, and not to have their career get a dip. So the thing is, when they lose a club or their club form go down, the national team help and build back their confidence, and it help them to get in clubs. As I said, Adrian Miriapa is one such player who, from he was 30, almost every season he changed a club, and Reggae Boyz help him tremendously to keep that club. So Latibodir, who have been a stalwart for us, he deserved that. Similarly to Antonio, not to say that we're going to use them to sacrifice the rest of the team. No, but at least when the world hear, Balling Nation hear that they are a part of Jamaican selection, then they would have got a little credit plus recommendation.
I to be honest, I don't have. I think all players, like I said, bro. Come here when I make talk, I said, no for the man them, no one represent for the country.
Who is this?
Me hear it all. Me hear all when I say it.
Right? Come
So
down with.
when me really want to say, come here mention a thing about enough man naga go World Cup car players that go forward in the team. Do you know how much players paperwork in Pika? Waiting for over a year or two. In Wayne?
All right, I'm not aware of the numbers of players, but what I know is,
you
what
say
I
you
know,
say this is a fact.
So this is a fact. This is a fact that the coaching staff, you understand, and the Jamaican ball nation is not comfortable with the players we have, because I mentioned it on other forum. I mentioned it to King already, but I like to remind every time I get. This is the worst playing Reggae Boyz team in 30 years. And I don't believe any sensible coach or even his advisor is going to trust this Reggae Boy team to go in the World Cup. If we don't get reinforcement, we are going to be embarrassed.
So
I
hold
believe
on.
the coach.
Hold on. So why the whole CONCACAF saying Jamaica arguably different from US and we could say Mexico, and you could even put them in there too, and Canada. Why the whole CONCACAF saying Jamaica have the best players on paper? So is it a player problem or a coaching problem?
Or why the CONCACAF is saying that? Because they want to trick us, and that's what
They're
they have
not
done.
tricking us. It's a fact. We have
They
better
did trick
players
us.
more than
It's not no fact.
half of who in a CONCACAF Virgin.
And who they beat? They can beat. They have almost 100 plays.
We have in a coaching problem.
Them.
We don't have a
They
system
have
in place.
90 odd players Trinidad competing with them. Just listen what I'm trying to tell you. Any Jamaican team, whether it's Ricardo Fuller in 2000, whether it's Tyrone Marshall in 2006, whether is something there 2010, Luton Shelton them, whether is West Morgan them 2014, 2015, whether is Damian Lowe with Lawrence them, we would laugh all our way to the World Cup with this zone. And now we are here fretting about Trinidad and Curacao. Come on, man.
But Curacao is not the same team it used to be then.
Good question.
When we came out, when we played St. Vincent the other day, everybody said like St. Vincent's 20.
I love your point.
St. Vincent brought
I love your point. So listen this now. So if
St.
we
Vincent
were
brought in 17 players.
And how many players we brought in?
We brought in players. We brought in players, but at the same time, we looking at the teams like they are the same since like we usually get them 10 and 20.
I'm not
they are
looking
not
at the
same
team like that. No, I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at it that we were 50 rank above this team, and they get reinforcement and cut it down to about the gap to about 10. Then our recruitment should have stepped up to widen the gap again to 50. So that's what I'm trying to show you. Every team in CONCACAF improved except Jamaica.
And I cannot blame recruitment. I will blame selection, and I will also blame the system that we have in Jamaica, from Peacock to the JFF, not moving in time.
I can't blame it on the system. I have to blame it on the player. I just mentioned all the eras of players, and none of those eras of players would have any of these three teams in our zone having us fretting, having the fan base, Jamaican fan base fretting. None of those era.
The fan base
That's
are
a good
fret
point,
because
Wayne.
we don't have a midfield. We don't have a midfield that we feel comfortable with. So that is the
So,
selection. And
and
also we have players, paperwork, they are peaker from when, and it still can't move like how it's supposed to move. And you hear the
I'm
coach
telling you
coming at the
that it's
press
not just the
conference today and say
selection.
what the coach,
It's not
what
just
the
the
coach,
selection.
no,
Because
what the
one time
coach
we could
came,
have select anybody and beat this team. It's
what the
not just the
coach,
selection.
no. I'm saying what the coach came to you today and say. It look like he's asking for too much because for the 18 months that he's here, he's not satisfied with what going on at the federation. He's finally getting fed up and letting we all know what's going on, but him not come out blatant and say it.
Yes, you're still not understanding, Just look at the team. Don't care who they are within
You
the
still want to
team. Look how they
discredit the
play.
players, and I'm not going to sit here and allow you to do that. You want to discredit the players so
I,
the player them not good.
no, it's not me discriminating and not me discrediting the players. It's the players move our ranking from 37 to 70. It's them discrediting Jamaica. Get that straight.
Because we don't have a coach that can make the players go out there, right, and play fundamentally solid. It's simple as that.
Remember, you guys have Tapper as one of the worst coach about 5 years ago. And even under Tapper, I wouldn't have to worry that none
Try
all about
move,
this team.
move goalpost. You go back to top now. We not have no coach right now. We not have no coach. Steve McLaren, to me, I don't know if he's the one coaching the team or what, but
I
to
cannot.
me, holistically,
I will tell you before. I will give the coach
I just don't
50% of the
see him
blame, and I will
moving
give
the
the
needle.
players the next 50% of the blame. The players just don't look like they're hungry for it. They're not tracking back. They're not tackling. That is our biggest problem, tracking back and tackling. That's our biggest problem.
Yes,
For
I
5
want to see
years now.
Yes, I want to see my players do more. Yes, the players deserve criticism at time when they play. But I just don't think the coach really find the right formation and the right system to let
Don't
the,
think
let
that
the
did
team
nothing to do with the
execute.
coach. The players them don't have pride. They don't have national pride.
You
That's
cannot
what
say that. I'm
that's
not
all
going to the program make
that's
you
what
say
all
that,
the other
Reggie.
players
The
are
youth them
over there.
love them country and them go play it there with them.
They do.
You
They
have an
just
agenda run from where they think. I listen you. You have an
Hold on.
agenda
Let me,
running up.
I want to, hold on.
How kind of agenda this way, man?
look
What
at
do
them
you
there,
mean by
what do you
Wayne?
mean? When you
can't
say,
talk when want
Yeah,
talk.
I want
Wayne.
to,
What do you mean by the
yeah,
man now?
let's
Him,
go on that a little bit. When you say do have
Yeah.
national pride, what do you mean?
Wayne, and they say Wayne, you never go on too bad no, but you reach this, Wayne. What do you
King,
mean by
I'm
the man
not
them now?
I
here to
want to hear, I
please.
want to hear.
Listen me, Flavor Max. I'm not here to be fan favorite. I wasn't, and I'm not a yes man. I tell it as it is. Our ranking moved from 37 to 70. You understand? Yes, we have coaches, we have coaching problem, but every players who we call for, we got them, and we have some more to come. We thought these players were similarly. Coach McLaren told you in the Gold Cup, the press conference of the Gold Cup. He thought these players were better than they really is, and we all believe that, including all the commentators in CONCACAF, thought the players
Wayne,
were better than what they really
Wayne,
is.
Wayne, you have left the reason yourself. I'm never say I agree to disagree with you once more. But I feel like this is the cue for really done the reason. Because I'm not gonna make it go enough further. I'm sorry. You get me I say, but hear what you say and I hear your opinion that with respect. But I can't well a constructive reason where you have a say the players them not a national pride. You get me I say that just come out here more. Me love the reasoning, I love the reasoning, but so the players them not a national pride way and that is that gone on stage where you win at the players them and you know what the players them pride is. What you mean by the play? How does one measure each individual player for say players
All
now
right,
have the national pride?
is
Me
by the
never want
act of
here what we in. Honestly, I don't want the response there. So here's the thing. Honestly, I think that I keep wrap up the show. I'm sorry if you wrap up the show for that. But as somebody note, but
No, we ain't apologize to the players because players are listening right now when me know what listen.
we
Brother,
That him feel if you
I believe the
apologize
players to
respectively.
apologize to me, sir. I have get a lot of headache, lot of a grey
Yeah,
hair,
but headache
bald
no
head.
mean lack of pride. Headache no mean. But Flavor Max, you see Flavor Max stop for ask you about
Thing.
like a wake up Flavor Max.
You see, man, now we are listening to over the radio. I saw
John
him man
was,
and think about the youth.
yeah.
Them.
Oh, that
The man now we
Jappy.
are listening to over the radio
King.
station.
King.
I saw them think about the youth.
Good
Them.
little, me hear a good little reasoning now. You need to go on bad tonight, you know.
The agenda
man.
them man they go run, bro.
How that
As I-
reaches?
As I said, King,
Yeah,
I'm not,
about that reaches.
I'm not here to be fan favorite. I'm not here to please. I'm telling you, I'm 100% Reggae Boy supporter. I don't have an English Premier League team again. You understand? I don't have a Barcelona team again. I only have Jamaica as my team. So I watch every Jamaican Reggae Boys that play week in, week out. And I want the team to genuinely do well. I am coming from a place.
Somebody, Flavor Max. Flavor Max, come
I'm
from
coming
Monday.
from a
Flavor
place.
Max, are you more deal?
No,
Like, I know what I mean or type
No, I am here.
You need that one.
I don't think national pride, not having national pride is the statement. I don't think that is the statement.
That was made.
Because I think how does one measure one national pride? It's difficult for you to do that. So I don't think national pride is the word or the sentence.
I wouldn't use that word, Flavor Max. All right, I'm taking back the national pride. But, the effort that the baller need to put out, the ballers are not putting out the effort. Hence King, I don't have no problem with the coaching staff and speed them bringing in 10 new baller to go to the World Cup. I don't have a problem.
You see why I disrespect the player them? Because he man over some man them have a radio station and I know what they mean, no King. Agenda now. Is an agenda the man them around, bro. They may rate the ball of them, brother.
Do not classify me nobody. I
over
respect
some man radio station, but you can't
don't classify me
respectively,
nobody.
you know. Blow the ball of them, bro. Big up all ballers in the yard abroad. We are one Jamaica. Big up the diaspora.
Yes, we are one
big up the yard. Our place.
I know where Jamaica is coming from.
Uno what the problem? Uno the problem in the football. That's why we not reach on the level we supposed to reach, bro. Because Uno are evil, bro.
But him never say
evil, bro. Uno
never
watch football. You don't even watch football. You can't. You don't watch football. You don't watch
Jamaica
players.
with the 37%. We are talking about Jamaica with the 37 ranking down the same thing.
You don't watch football. You just come on the platform and run your mouth every single time. You don't watch football. We watch football day in, night in, right on the clock.
Tycoon.
Respect your players and respect your country.
Flavor Max.
That me I tell you, Wayne.
Flavor Max. I did this. 3 minutes we have left. Flavor Max, you did it. Because I don't want to talk either. I'm just about to end the show. 3 minutes, yeah.
No, man, I mean, people will have different of opinion. You know? And I understand what Wayne said, but the national pride part, no, that did uncall. Yeah, but if somebody think that they are not seeing enough effort from our players, I mean, nothing is wrong with that. I mean, even in the Premier League, sometimes you watch a team and you think they were off the pace today, off the pace in a few matches. Nothing is wrong with that. But moving forward, looking at this squad, I share the same sentiment like a lot of the callers, you know, are the fans. I think we're still short in the midfield. And probably one or a few players could have switched or swap with another player. But we just wish them all the best and I expect this squad to pull through. You know, we take it from here.
So before I round up, 2 things more I do. Hold on, listen, 2 things more I do. One is when you see a lot of good things tonight, you know, you have an excellent night.
BallPreetV.
Yeah.
Tell us we are going good 3 days.
Because the man are going so excellent.
I sit down and listen to Wayne, you know, because you know me there and listen to Wayne. The points that we're making about if back then we did have a local team and here, so we have Curacao, I'm Birmingham with that, we wouldn't have fret. I chew him attack and I listen and say no, say it might make sense until the man just run the car off on the road and crash it.
And just
Yeah,
because
but
he
he take it back.
him say him take it back.
We're not
Alright, him
perfect.
take it back.
Oh, we're going like perfect. So we're
Yeah,
perfect. He
yeah,
take it
him
back.
say him take it back.
Do that.
Isa.
That's
Him
right.
take it back. Him take it back. That's why
We're not perfect.
him say
We're not
him
perfect.
take it back. That's fine. Yeah, him take it back. When I just as we say him say we not for beat a man when he's down. So him take it back. But here we Wayne. Starting with you. Grade the squad. Where you get the squad on screen? Give it a grade. Out of 10.
All right. Similarly, like the last window, we can only judge the squad based on who is in front of us, based on this squad and who we are about to play, Trinidad and Curacao, and the factor that Trinidad need the win in Trinidad, so Trinidad will have to come at us. So there is no doubt about it. I don't believe this match will draw any at all. If this match draws in Trinidad, it's going to be a mouth-watering match, a fight to the end, because Trinidad need this victory. If Trinidad don't win against Jamaica, there is no way Trinidad can make it as second place to the World Cup, and that's what they are playing for, second place. So this squad, I will give it a 7.5 for Trinidad match, because I believe that Trinidad need it more than us, and they will make more mistake than us, because obviously they will be more anxious and more nervous than us. For Curacao match, I believe I'm looking Bailey to come in. That's not Bailey Kadamahatri now. I'm looking for Leon Bailey to come in. I know he loves Jamaica very much. He will die for Jamaica. Although I believe sometimes the effort is found wanting, just like I criticize all other baller. Bailey's my baller, I will criticize him as well. But for Curacao match, in the stadium, 35,000 people, Curacao don't have a chance. So I'm expecting us to book our ticket to the World Cup starting from Trinidad match. So this squad can do the job at a 7.5, King.
Respect for that. Tycoon, you up next. So you grade the squad after all is said and done. Can be a belt bucket, we all left. Right, center. Where you grade the squad after all is said and done?
I rate the squad 5. 5, may I get the squad? 5, maybe 4.5. I just don't like my team I don't like my team without attacking midfielders. Daniel Johnson deserves to be in the team.
Yeah.
And Teresa deserves to be in the team. And it's crucial not to call these players.
Yeah.
And also, I think Trevante Stewart is performing at a higher level. And all teams supposed to pick their team of players that are performing at a high level for their clubs and scoring goals. And as a striker, I see him playing. I Warner Brown, Arnett Baller, but I would pick Trevante Stewart over Warner Brown.
Yeah.
So that is a big blunder even by the coach calling the player. Warner Brown is coming off an injury, and I don't think he's back to full fitness. So, end of the day is why call him to work? Call him to just make up numbers to sit in the national stadium? No, if you're going to call a player to play and want to do right for the country. Don't call a player to say, I'm using it to make up the match card. No, call a player to play. And I think Trevante Stewart deserves his call up over Warner Brown, to be honest. Warner Brown is my baller. But when he get back to full fitness, he just got to prove himself. And if you go to the World Cup, do what you have to do, and you can get yourself back in the squad. You know what I mean? So I just don't like this midfield that the coach really pick. And it made the whole space shake up. Not only we as Jamaican, but other YouTubers across the world looking at us like, what is this coach doing? Jamaica don't learn. If you watch different YouTubers that doing Jamaica content, all of them saying the same thing. If you go on the Reggae Boyz, if you go on the Reggae JFF channel, the Instagram, I look under the comment section, everybody's saying the same thing. So we here talking about this midfield. We are no fool. And for Speed to be the advisor of the team, come on, I would think we make better decision on this, knowing that, you know, we are trying to reach the World Cup. I just think it's a bad decision not having a Ravel or a Daniel Johnson or a Teresa in the team. As Max favorite player, better not even call a Maggie. I swear. But don't try to tell me, I'm going to use Demar Gray or use some other player. Call a player that love the position that he play and he want to execute in the position that he's playing. So I just don't like the fact that we don't have a proper midfield in this squad. So for me, I would just give them a 4.5.
4.5. But before we go on to the next player, we do this
specifically if you ask what you think about it, on screen right now. So on screen right now, what I do is me rearrange the same squad and add some players where can play midfield. And me left out of the midfield, I'm still not add a Latibody area, I'm still not add a Damian Nanalo who have been players who have played midfield for this coach before. So that can take it up to 9 or 10 players who can play midfield. So if me just ask, the question is,
Jesus Christ.
if the squad did select today and you see these players in the midfield, you still have an issue with it, right?
See DML when I'm in midfield?
No. The midfielders on screen are Isaac Aiden, Bobby Reed, Cara Anderson, Ian Frey, listed in the midfield instead of defense, Joshan Anglin, John Russell, and Demarai Gray listed in the midfield instead of defense.
Just take out Frey.
No, but Frey was listed as a midfielder last time. Oh, what do you mean take out Frey? He was listed as a midfielder.
And it didn't turn out well for him.
Yeah, but suppose them watch.
But you cannot grade the player away, and it is a problem I have with you guys. You see the player play one half of football, one game, and then you want to crucify him. Ethan Pinnock came to Jamaica and played one bad game, and Jamaica sent him good, and he turned out to be our best player. What if you stop it, Reggie?
Listen,
madness, bro.
No, brother, these matches are too important. You see what I'm saying? Do not take Jamaica things serious, bro. These matches are too important to try.
All matches are important. So the one before this never important.
To try Ian Frey, who haven't played in midfield in 3 years.
So with that said though, Wayne, good. With the last question, because we now stop for me to have the reason again. Around, but more go to ever there someone. One quick question.
King, 1 second before
we want to put it
King,
up.
1 second. To be honest with you, I got to say something to you, man. I agree on this. I really want to see Ian Frey in his rightful position still, right back. But don't kill the player, Bridget. Just don't do it.
Well, I can agree on that. But we have a question for ask real quick on this. Say, for instance, we need somebody to play that great number 6 role in this squad. Because we're talking about attacking player, but in this current squad, who want to trust to be the deputy to Isaac Aiden? Just a quick question. We can go right around the board. Wayne, you again. Who you trust in the squad to be a deputy to Isaac Aiden?
It depends on the type you're talking to start.
Yeah. Curacao game, and I don't even want to say these things out there, but Curacao game, and you need a deputy to Isaac Aiden for whatever reason. Who you trust the most in the squad?
King, I rather fly in Lambert. To tell you the truth, if I'm not going to fly in Lambert.
Yeah.
Wait, no. If we win Trinidad game and we have 12 points already, I'm going to put a Latibody here in there.
Lati. All right then. What say you, Tycoon? Real quick.
I want the kind of crucial. You have to agree with him with the Lambert part, you know. But I don't know the fitness level of Lati. But maybe I want the kind of wicked. I think Kara can play 6, you know.
So Kara, you that just a Kara and the same.
Yeah, he can play 6 too.
Okay. What say you, Onyx, and player ratings, and what say you, Issa? No, Flavor got you, and then Issa last. Got you, Flavor. Okay, Michael.
Because I said it last week in our group, and the man them beat me and called me all kind of name. I said I would have liked to see Lambert and Tyrese Hall in this squad.
If a man I go for Lambert. But since if Lambert not there, in the squad.
I could know that too. Because, and the reason why I said that, when Hayden went down, we struggled without Hayden. And we really don't have an out-and-out defensive midfielder apart from Hayden. And yes, Lambert is not great in that position, but that's his job. And I'd rather see somebody who flies straight as a defensive midfielder than a mage player in there. So I would go with Lambert, and I would like to see Tyrese Hall as well in the team.
Yeah, but without that, now the question is, in this current squad, who do you trust as a deputy number 6 in the squad currently?
In this current right now.
Yeah.
But I would have to. I would go back to Latibody here. One is in the side, then he's switching up.
Okay. And then grade the squad. That's the last thing. Grade the squad out of 10.
I'll give this squad a 7.
7.
Out of 10. Yeah.
Okay. Issa.
But I will give this side currently a 7. But I well want to see how he will set up his 11 with this, you know,
Yeah.
the midfield combination, etc. And that can move it from a 7 to probably a 8 for me. Because that will tell me that they pick this side with an understanding of what they want to do with it. Now, based on what 11 they put out there, it can tell me whether they pick it with an understanding of what they want to do, or they just pick some names and leave out some names.
Yeah. Solid point. Issa.
You want to create the current team what McLaren pick?
Yeah, and 2 questions. Who you trust in the squad as deputy number 6 and rate the current team?
The current team, I get it like about a 6, bro. I mean, there's no much changes or addition. Probably a 6. So I mean, it's the same old, man. I know, I'm never excited to see nothing or whatever, but just I support the team. It's the same old, bro. So a 6, you know, it's not over the top. It's not too bad, not too great.
Deputy number 6.
Deputy number 6. Wow.
Boy, everybody has them over like an hardest question in the world. Whatever that question like an hardest question.
Have you forgotten that we've been searching for that position for years and not only one somebody we get to Isaac? You forget?
Yeah, but we are just the most out of all that we did it. The most. We are just the most.
Boy. Boy, not
That's just so the
I don't know, man. I see nobody there for deputize him, man, brother. He doesn't have to put a makeshift. You know what? Make Anglin play today, bro. Yeah.
Anglin, you don't want to see.
Yeah, make Anglin play today.
Alright. So I had a 7. 6.5?
6.
6. Alright. Big up on yourself. So people, may I give my take on those 2 questions and then we run up the show. So for me, deputy for Isaac Hayden, I'm gonna be honest, I've always wanted to see Kara Anderson play there. I know him young. I know a lot of people have Kara Anderson as a 8 more than a 6, but I see enough from Kara Anderson what I think say if him get a good enough run there, I don't want to see him. I'm not Ian Frey. I don't mind seeing Ian Frey there again. I think say the one opportunity we him get, me want to dash him. Me don't want to see him again, in all honesty. It's not him never do so bad that I don't want to see him again. So it would be Kara Anderson, Ian Frey, and I guess the worst case scenario everybody say Latibody, but that's a third. That's my picking order. Overall, I get a squad a 7. Consistently, I get the squad a 7. For me, like everybody else, me I really want to see. As much as I try to argue against the Trivante Stewart reasoning, but I did say if it was me who up with the squad, I would have probably not go with that Warner Brown based on the fact say me could judge him fitness level, but again the last time I did this, whisper really come show me say I know say it work. If the team or whoever around him knows him fit enough, so be it. So with that said, judging from the experience, me have 100% trust in a Warner Brown, and the truth is, in my opinion, I think anything Trivante can do, Warner Brown can also do it, and that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I think say Warner Brown get golden opportunity and not score it, and Trivante would have scored. I don't think so. I mean, I have like we call it now. Ability-wise, one baller is so greater than one. Again, and me I say so, coming from a place of, if I was picking a team, I would have put a Trivante in a team over Warner Brown based on form and based on what me I say. But what me I say is, I don't have a problem with it out and out based on the fact say, I understand the selection process, and again, I have all confidence that Warner Brown will go there and get the job done. As it relates to the midfield now, where everybody have an issue with, again, I don't have a problem with it. Wayne make an excellent point because from Isaac Hayden Dede, you see how we could even pick a next number 6. That's the real problem. As it relates to the number 8, I think Isaac Hayden and Bobby Reid will play majority of the next 2 games. Majority. They probably play 90 minutes in both games. If they need to come off and get rested again, most people don't even know what they might do. If Isaac Hayden need to get rest, and Bobby Reid, we have a lot of options. Again, for me, the number 10 role, I think that will be played by Demarai Gray. Personally, I mean, I have no problem with it. I actually love Demarai Gray in that number 10 role. And again, if somebody else needs to play there, you have Jonathan Russell with a different profile. And personally, again, me like Kyle Dixon as the number 10 as well. So, personally, with all that said, I still give the team a 7 because we could have seen Trivante and Rua that we could have still see Tyrese Hall, Rua that we could have still bring a Ravel just to add something different. 2 midfielders that. So those 3, as I said, 3 players actually give me 3 points them different. Is me so yeah, R Daniel Johnson, Ravel R Daniel Johnson, all honesty. So I still sing the same hymn song, but I can reason and understand it from both sides. But people, thanks to everybody, big up to everybody in our chat, big up to everybody who joined the panel. Me I tell the people, we ain't give you a piece of reasoning there and nearly spoil him own reasoning at the end, take it back. So we have to say, all right, then is me Tycoon as usual. Tycoon has become a legend, a recent legend to the channel, people. Tycoon has really added something extra to the channel, and in there give up him time and effort, and there will be almost every single night, and I give you some great analysis, some great insight. Is me Tycoon, big up yourself, enough respect for that, my bro. And I still have to say big up to Wayne, because Wayne inside them was solid tonight. Is me, regardless, Wayne inside them was solid. Flavor Max come over here again, level-headed. Again, people might say a lot of things about Flavor Max, but to me, Flavor talk it as OMC, a straight shooter. Again, gents, you can use the opportunity and give them the last only 1 minute. You know, Wayne, Tycoon, Flavor, you can get the last 1 minute on the squad. Anything you have to say? Is me 1 minute each.
Well, I would say, big up Flavor Max. I'm a general at a BAR me anymore, but I'm my bridging that. So big up Flavor Max. Saying, big up yourself, Wayne. You know, when you go offline, you go get a leather belt. But big up yourself, Wayne, you know what I mean? And thing. But I want to say, big up everybody in the chat. You know, respect everybody and heart I love you. So I say, because, like I said, I want to, not because you hear we talking about the squad, that doesn't mean we don't want Jamaica to win. That is why we are here talking about the squad. And it really, we really feel some type of way about the midfield and no ever talk about it and the selection of the team. But overall, we're still wishing the team all the best. Yeah. And I hope the players come with a level-headed and ready to go to war and get these 6 points, nothing less than 6 points. And I'm telling all the fans out there that who are listening right now, just come out and support the team. And like I said, we are going through a hard time in Jamaica right now. But I think these games can put back, you know, put a smile on our face. So there is something for us to cheer about. And the world is praying for us and the world is with us. You know what I mean? So let us make the world proud. That this can be a great storyline for us going to the World Cup after this devastation, you know, hit us and thing. So I just want everybody to come out and support the team. I am 110% beside the team. You know what I'm saying? I'm supporting the coach. I'm supporting the advisor. I am supporting the JFF. Even though, you know what I mean, I don't agree with 99% of things that they do. But it's my country and I support my country. So everybody just come out and support the country. And I still believe in the team. I think we'll go to the World Cup.
It's true. Wayne.
Yeah, blessed morning to all the commentators. Blessed morning to the panelists. Issa, Tycoon, Flavor Max. King, we have to commend you for the job that you're doing, you know. I remember when Ryan introduced you to the space. And we see where you took off. And, well, they call you the teacher, but no, I'm going to say you're even bigger than the principal.
You see, so, no, Wayne, stop the gaslighting, Wayne. Respect, but stop the
gaslight.
gaslight.
I'm just saying your level of reasoning, your
You
quote
sound like
everything.
tycoon. That's all like someone tycoon. That's it.
No
Yo,
man, you know we
easy.
have to spice it up
Respect still.
sometime. But your level of your reasonability and your calmness, plus
Yeah.
the way you share the space with person like me. You have to give thanks for that. But uh, glad for the 1 minute so I can explain to Tycoon and others, because sure you guys might believe I'm new to the space. I'm not new to the space. I know all of you guys because I'm in the space, but because I don't publicize myself like I'm doing now. So I know all of you, I know the reasoning. So I must make Tycoon know that the reasoning, anything you hear coming from me is not from no group, no syndicate. I cannot do group and syndicate because I like to have my own opinion. And how I get my opinion is by looking and studying a thing, not just once, but over and over, so I can get a logical conclusion about a matter. So anything you hear I said is not based on no group, no one. I follow everything Reggae Boys. So yes, I follow calling program. Yes, I follow all the YouTubers. The squad are great. The squad very high because I expected this squad to get the job done against Curacao and Trinidad. I know that Reggae Boys are unpredictable, but I'm just hoping that the unpredictability will stop here and we do what we know we are capable of doing. So I'm not saying this team don't deserve its respect on paper, because yes, we have talented footballers, but I'm saying we want these talented footballers to play and show the talent that they have, so that the world can see and respect them. Because all of us, why we are here 2 o'clock in the morning discussing the Reggae Boys, because we love the Reggae Boys and we want them to do well. So I don't want anyone to take away that any one of us on the program is sometimes frustration might come out, and you will hear the frustration and it come out kind of negative. But everyone, believe you me, down to the most negative caller or persons in the comment or on any panel, they want one thing, and that is to get the Reggae Boys to the World Cup. So let us support the Reggae Boys. We have the two most important matches in 28 years to play over this week and next week. Let us rally around the Reggae Boys, and I will say good night to everyone.
Yeah, man, enough respect. Before Flavor go and run up the show, must say big up to Issa Allen as well. Not even realize him jump same in the comment section. Big up Issa as usual, great input as usual every time I do this. But Flavor, you get the honors of running out the show, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Again, respect for the platform. Big up Tycho. Yeah, man, my brethren. I really enjoy your commentary and your analysis. I mean, we're not going to argue all the time. And I learn from somebody, even agree with them. I enjoy the reading. But thing I said, I never get to say. I must say, watch the program since 98. Yo, King, shake your palm, Ryan show.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you this, you have never looked back and you continue to grow, you build your brand, settle down, and I can confidently tell you right now that you're doing your thing. And I
Straight.
also congratulate you and the interview and the reasoning with speed, thoroughly, and you handle yourself in a professional way. And
Yeah.
you could see that speed was uh, come with you on the platform, and he was enjoying himself as well. The viewers were all enjoying it, and well done. You did well. Now,
Respect. So I'm to the Butler interview. Why everybody forget the Butler interview?
I,
You know,
I,
say
I
make
don't
a
remember.
re-upload it.
I don't remember if I watched that one, but I
But I
specifically,
re-upload.
and I know why I specifically talking about that one.
Okay,
You
okay.
know,
I'm
the
left you
characters,
guys.
you navigate yourself and you handle it well. I was pro. For the Reggae Boys now, I think, as Wayne say, I think this squad and Tycoon said, this squad is good enough. I mean, albeit we may would have liked to see other players in and some players out. We still all believe that this team is good enough to do the job. It also depends how the coach set us up. And I will want to see how the coach will set us up. And he should set up us knowing that 4 points is good enough to take us. Going to Trinidad, if we can't win, we must not lose that game. So the coach have to bear those things in mind. But all in all, we all want to see the Reggae Boys succeed. No matter if we'll come and we'll debate who should be in and who should be out. The main goal is for us to succeed and make it to the World Cup. And I will let you ride this until
Big up yourself, Flavor Max, and give thanks again. Big up my panelists. The expert panelists tonight, people. Flavor Max, even though Flavor Max says so, Flavor Max, I would say be successful. I won't say what you say. But big up yourself, Flavor Max, you see me? Tycoon, Art Love family. Wayne, big up yourself. Issa Allen, big up yourself. Big up everybody down there chat. Big up everybody that has been here with me for so long. You see me, and still there. Big up the chat, big up the chat, big up the chat. You see me, big up everybody with day in the chat. Ala Majid, big up yourself to everybody. We're there, people. It's after nearly 2 o'clock. You see me, nearly 2 o'clock, people. So big up on yourself. Everybody we are watch. Dwayne, J.A. Omin Bird, big up yourself. Rockford, big up yourself. Everybody we're still there. Uptown 1G, big up yourself. And thanks for everybody who watch the show, people. You see me. And as I would say, people, you don't know. When we're going to take care until next time. You don't know, people. It's your boy King. And what is, hold on, with the outro video there. With the outro video gone, people. The outro video I need to put, I see it. Yeah, it's your boy King, people. And what is under my nose, out.
When BallPreetV, big them up. Yes, sir, when it case for me, big up BallPreetV. Like, share, subscribe. Boom! I don't know about BallPreetV, we are big up, I don't know. Boom! I go on BallPreetV, you don't know how to take. Big up yourself every time. Like, share, and subscribe to BallPreetV.
I will tell them, say, BallPreetV, I will tell them thirst is nothing. Zoom in for the diamond then.
Oh,
Image
shit.
is everything. Obey your image. I will make them know. I've seen enough TV before, but I've never seen a TV like this. I've seen enough station before. BallPreetV, the one you top the list. Room! Shizzle for cheesy. I didn't know big enough BallPreetV would be so easy. Kaboom! Room! Sham! Kaboom!